Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reaper Miniatures, Reaper Errant. We're going to play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We are, wow. A lot of information I need to pass on suddenly just hit me really quickly. We are carrying the story on from what happened at ReaperCon, which was mostly at the same time slot. So it wasn't like a month ago now. It takes a while to get everything back up and running sometimes. But we are continuing from there. Of course, Jen was not at ReaperCon, so Kay was not there. And Derek stepped in and had a little play. And so, you know, I think he probably has his own plans on the island and is going to do what he's going to do. But a couple of things.
He doesn't like baby dragons.
He doesn't like baby dragons. They did hatch a baby dragon.
He did give me his armor before he left, though, he said.
I don't recall that. That's a good effort. So let's see. Before I back the story up a little bit, let's do some introductions around the table for everybody playing with us this evening, and then I'll do some thank yous and introduce, and also my thing. So let's start up with Bobby. Bobby?
Hello again. Welcome. Good evening. My name is Bobby Jackson. I'll be playing Pugh, the gnome bard, mighty and indomitable and armed with his trusty war harp and positive mental attitude. Just fall backwards out of that chair.
Gene.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gene Van Horn. I'll be playing Gooseneck, the lizard folk barbarian, and I'm ready to whackity whack with my axe.
All right. Jason.
I'm Jason Weeby. I'm playing Corncob Thunderbludgeon, he of the magic otter pants, and he's ready to dive right in.
Oh, wow. You've got one. That felt real. Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'll be playing Abran, the totally abdominable wood elf ranger with the less than positive mental attitude. Ready to roll initiative.
Oh no, this is another bad episode for Michael. Rhonda.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Bender. I'll be playing Fathom, the tiefling magic user. Wondering where we can go buy some dragon chow.
Ooh, dragon chow, dragon kibble, that's hard to find. Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I play Kay Nimblewit, a human rogue. And what are you guys going to do with the baby dragon on a boat?
Try not to burn it down.
The problem with her not being there at the last time is by the time you're together again, suddenly you have a baby dragon. Can I keep it?
Yeah, Kay goes facepalm.
I am Frank Schumacher. I DM over at Nightheart Gaming, and I will be the Dungeon Master for today's game. I'm going to give some thank yous as well. Thank you, Reaper Miniatures, for allowing this. Thank you to all the players. I'm always over the moon happy to DM for everybody here. And thank you to Sirenscape, who will provide some background and ambient music for the game this evening. I need to run down a little bit of story and catch everyone up if they need some catching up, which I'm just going to assume that you might want some. So in the last story, they made it into the fourth room of a sort of chambered, layered, leveled, I don't know how you want to say it, kind of very traditional dungeon crawl sort of dungeon-y thing. And it was elemental based of water. They went in, they could sense that there was fresh water mixing with seawater, and when they tried to use their magic password, they didn't quite get it right. It summoned and constructed from the dragon teeth rocks that all the ships dash themselves on, and assembled this shipwreck golem, which I don't know if you can get that from Reaper, but it is a Reaper Mini. It was part of a Kickstarter. An awesome.
Thanks, Weeby.
Yeah, it almost destroyed them. Yeah. I've been told I need to rewrite my notes because Abran single-handedly defeated it with a little help from his friends.
Well, if you can't star in your own epic, who can, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they found some dragon eggs and a magical incubator. They learned that the slod, this whole thing about those slod, were probably to come here and incubate some eggs. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they've solved that entirely. They just know what the brothers were doing here and have solved that part of it, which is great. But they also found 3 eggs that were gemstone-like creations, not the normal scales you would get with normal chromatic dragons. There was sapphire, emerald, and ruby. They put them in to the incubator, activated the magic, and suddenly hatches a sapphire dragon, a little wormling, cat-sized. So small, we don't even need the mini. But you can picture what Rhonda has on screen. It gave a look towards Pugh, and that's where we ended the game last time. Now, I know that they're going to head back to the ship as soon as they can, but until we get there, Jen is going to, I would imagine, the door sort of opens up, so she now has access, Kay now has access to the room that everybody had this confrontation in. Morgott trails in, already peeping his head in, looking to sort of document
There's a
everything.
lot to map.
There is a lot to map in here, yeah. And there's
Let's
a lot
see
of
if Kay knows how to
rooms.
hatch those other 2 eggs.
Well, yeah, let's see what happens next. I'll leave it off to all of you. What you doing?
I'm interested to
Michael
hear
was-
what Kay has to say, her very first words when she walks in and sees the party with the baby dragon. 1, 2, 3, go, Kay.
Kay's probably going to take a couple seconds to see if it's trying to kill you or not.
I want to know if Pugh is dressed or if the dragon is staring at him because he's naked.
Are you dressed, Pugh?
Yes, I am dressed.
I shouldn't have to ask that. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
no,
sorry.
we got
No, I don't
interrupted
recall
in the-
Pujol disrobing this time.
I don't think so either. I don't know why. I just assumed that it
I
was
think he just
possible.
greased himself up
He was-
without getting
He was
undressed.
undressed for the battle, and then he got
Yeah,
didn't he get dressed afterwards?
No,
Yes,
he
I got
didn't.
dressed. I got dressed afterwards.
He
Yeah,
was running
that's
around
right.
naked the whole time.
This
got nothing to
dragon
be ashamed of.
is wobbling a little bit, but it sort of leans up against Pugil. Sort of probably comes up to just above his knee.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
that is a small dragon.
It's not very large.
I will chuckle him under the chin, but I'm not lactating, so I can't feed it.
Well, I'm gonna look for like rations would include stuff like beef jerky or something, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and maybe like biscuits. I'll give him a choice. Like maybe it doesn't eat meat. I don't know. So I'll offer it some jerky and hardtack or whatever we carry around for emergency rations.
Maybe it likes saffron.
It sniffs and just sort of it turns its nose up a little at the dried meat and the hardtack.
Hmm.
If you have a sapphire, you can give it.
Well, I don't think we have a sapphire, but we have some. We
Would that
have
be
the crystals
cannibalism?
from the first chamber, don't we? Have some crystals from the first chamber quartz.
Does anybody have a good arcana or what would?
I mean, yeah,
What
I guess
kind of-
we can. What would you?
I can speak
What
Draconic.
knowledge
I can
would you
ask it
try to
what it
become?
would like to eat.
Well, if you can speak Draconic, I think that's probably the best thing.
It doesn't come
it
out
can
of the
speak.
out of the egg. Knowing how
Well,
to
they're
talk,
dragons.
does it?
We don't know. It's worth a
It's
shot.
it's a magical creature. Why wouldn't it?
I will say, little one, what would you? Are you hungry? Would you like something to eat?
We have a tasty elf.
So
And 2 gnomes.
it seems to understand, if not your words, what you're getting at. It looks up at you, a gooseneck, and kind of opens its mouth and goes, "Ah, ah,
Well, let's let him sniff some crystals and see if he likes that.
You did pull some from when you were earlier.
Does he have
Oh boy.
teeth already?
Yes, he has teeth.
Okay,
Nails,
well, all
teeth, crystal and scales. He already, I mean, it already looks like it could do a pretty significant amount of damage if it was
You know,
upset.
want to eat, so I'll it knows if it let me rock and show it's the crystal.
Okay, crystal. It does. It sort of snatches it up and eats it gently, kind of. It's not going for your hand, but it isn't.
Does it crunch them up or does it swallow them whole?
It does a little crunch of them and eats it. So it doesn't do a thorough job chewing. So much of it is swallowed whole, but there's also some crunching happening.
What are the discarded eggshells made out of?
Those are not.
Okay, now that's
gemstones.
cannibalism.
Yeah.
Those are.
A lot of animals eat their own eggshells.
The discarded eggshells do not appear to be made of any sort of the crystals that these.
I was just trying to save some money.
Yeah, no,
It's going to cost us a lot to feed us. I mean,
I am going to collect those egg scraps,
Mhm.
and you know, there's 2 depressions with the scrap eggs in them, right?
Well, now there's 3. Yeah.
Well, 2 that were originally there, and 1 that came from the Sapphire Dragon.
Yep.
The 2 that are originally there, I want to collect those scraps, keeping them separate.
Okay.
are those
wrap
still
them-
whole eggs that just didn't hatch, or are they now broken?
No, there were 5. There were 5 divots. 2
Right.
had broken eggshell. 3 had gem eggs. We hatched 1 of the gem eggs, so there's 2 gem eggs left.
So we got 2
Gem-
gem eggs and some scraps.
Well, there's gem shell scraps and 2 other scraps. I want to collect the other scraps.
What is
Okay.
his own shell crystalline? Maybe that's
His own shell is crystalline. Yeah.
Well, that's probably what he's supposed to eat when he hatches. So
If you offer it to him, he
Safe.
also they also snatch that up. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Start
I don't want
chomping
to
down
eat
on it.
too much at one go.
Quite happy, almost making a little purring sound, and just sort of curls up underneath Pugil.
What is my estimate of the value of the gems he's consumed so far in the few minutes that we've known him?
So, they have not consumed any gems. They were just offered crystals.
Okay, well, crystal is like a nascent gem, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so
How about the crystals? What's the value of the crystals?
very little. This was a blue tinged quartz crystal.
Oh, okay. Well, if it eats quartz, we're okay.
I'm sure, and you are also fairly confident it would eat gems as well and other
Maybe it'll eat sand.
crystals.
Kind
I
of makes
don't
me
think
wonder
we
what
can
it
get back
crafts
to that
out.
dream world of worthless.
But 2 eggs remain. Even after you pull the bits of eggshell out, and you pack them all separately. So you have 3. Well, you have 2 bits of eggshell that were not gemstone based. You have 1 that you fed back to the dragon, and so you have 2 whole eggs. Emerald
Maybe the
and
incubator
ruby.
only hatches 1 at a time. Maybe we should send the other 2 back through.
I think that's a good
When
idea.
we shine a light through them, can we still see something? Because when we shone a light through the first time, we could see the little creature in there, right?
Yep. So if you magically candle the other one, so to speak, you can see that there are formed creatures in the other 2 shells still.
Yep,
So
run
before
another
we
cycle.
hatch these things, what are we going to feed them?
Whatever they want.
I'm just saying, we got
We're gonna-
1.
First
Do we
rule
really
is
need
get
the other
bags
2?
of crystals.
Well, I don't know. If 1 dragon is good, why aren't 3 dragons better?
It's hard to argue with that logic.
Is it?
I think we're just making TPKs for ourselves is what I think. They're going to
If
get
one can
hungry
kill
enough
us,
and
so
just
can all three. I
Oh.
mean, it doesn't really matter, right? We're in for a penny, in for a pound now.
Well, but we're not yet. We haven't hatched the other two. Okay,
I
help
know
me
that.
out
We'll
here.
have a quarter dozen dragons.
I'm the lizard guy. I'm telling you.
Oh, come on.
Well,
We
You
have an
didn't have any
opportunity
reticence
to...
about hatching the first one.
Let's
I
hatch
see
them.
your
Come
point
on.
and agree, Gooseneck, because feeding these things might turn into a problem. On the other
We'll feed them
hand,
each other then. Big deal.
if there's
That
two,
will
they
not
might
happen.
keep each other busy, as opposed to if there's one baby dragon looking for entertainment.
Oh, that's a good point. When we get busy,
2.
they can.
I vote for 2.
I vote
I
for
vote
all
for
three.
3.
And then maybe
Yeah.
a third. Yeah.
Be it upon your heads.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know it will.
Okay.
We don't
So
want it to be
we want to
lonely.
put the next egg in the incubator.
You want to put the next egg. What is the next egg? Is it the emerald,
Green.
or is it the ruby?
Emerald.
Green.
Emerald.
Let's do,
Green for go.
Let's-
Red is stop.
yeah, emerald.
Emerald. Okay. You put the emerald egg in. It activates. You've already learned how to activate the magic, so it's fairly simple. You keep one out this time, and the magic flares off. You feel it pulse through you all again, and then I see a little flash. And as you open it back up and look at it, you hear, well, probably. I would like you nominate someone amongst yourself to make a percentile dice roll. I can tell you
Rhonda.
Let's make
you're aiming for 60% or higher.
Come on, Rhonda.
Rhonda do it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Gotta find another one.
Rhonda.
She's due for a good roll.
Yeah.
I am not
Well.
16.
16.
61. That's a 61. She
That's,
misread.
Yep,
it's
by
a
1%. She just had it
16.
backwards.
The Pizza Dungeon dice have a percentile dice included with them. So,
And they were crystal ones even.
what color were they?
White. They're the white crystal.
Oh, well, that's not the right color.
All right. I do have green ones. All right, I can do the green
I
ones.
can let you re-roll with the green ones. I think that's appropriate in this case.
They are very pretty.
Because it is. We are selling Reaper Pizza Dungeon dice as well. I mean, I'm
That's
not
true.
personally, but you could go to their
Right now I
website.
got 12,
What'd you get?
so 12.
God.
Maybe we're not
Oh, for
good
Pete's sake.
salespeople, but there are
Maybe
Reaper.
it's because I need these ones instead,
Oh, the Dungeon Dwellers, the new season of dice.
which I didn't
Possibly.
even open.
This is what y'all get for having Rhonda roll.
This is a very valid point.
I knew we should have gone with me. I rolled 75.
So the egg comes up. You can see it's almost it's shedding almost a light and energy, but maybe not enough to incubate it. There is still a form in it, but it did not hatch.
Oh.
And what would your there's a such thing as a passive. Well, what's your bonus to Arcana, Fathom?
+6,
+6. Okay.
Wow.
and I'm
you-
proficient.
You feel like you really only get one shot per egg, and this one just didn't. It's not ready yet.
So this one has to finish cooking naturally.
Yeah, well, at least a little bit.
So does
All right.
Fathom know if they all require incubators, or this just accelerates the process?
Fathom knows that this accelerates the process magically.
So if we were to just carry out the eggs, they'd all still be potential dragons.
Yes. I believe
But
so.
they take centuries to incubate, right?
These ones in particular can take a very long time. Under the perfect conditions, like a mother sitting on them or caring for them, giving them the proper attention, it would be as good as the magical incubator, if not better. But otherwise, they will lay dormant for many, many, many years,
They
possibly
still must have a
centuries.
worth.
Oh, yeah.
We
Yeah,
should
So I
try
say
the
we bank. I say we bank the green egg and let's try the red egg.
Yeah, I
Ruby egg.
agree. How
Sounds good.
big are they?
The eggs are
Football.
about 8 inches across.
Big enough to hold a cat-like dragon.
Yeah, and what you get is a very large cat-sized dragon that comes out of that body-wise. So the
What's the size
wingspan,
football?
the wingspan of the dragon that comes out is about 2 feet.
Go long, Pujo.
So these
Sounds
eggs
like
are about the
football.
size of Pujol's head.
No, I have an
Yeah.
extremely large head.
They are about
like
the
a
size of a
football.
football. Yeah, yeah.
Football.
A gym encrusted football.
Cool. Let's spin up the red one.
Who has
Yep.
red dice?
Does someone have red dice?
No one has
I have
I
red
have
dice.
not got red dice.
Oh, Abran
There you
has
go.
red dice. All right, Abran. Would you like to roll the percentage dice? Percentile.
Yes.
Here we go.
43.
43. All right, so every egg is a little different. Hold on a second. That's really close, so I need to roll. The magic pulses a little bit. You can tell that you've moved this egg very far along, but it is not enough to fully incubate it.
So maybe if we had the lizard man sit on for a couple of days, it might hatch.
Yeah, a month a month or 5 of care might be good.
Careful tending.
Well, I think that's perfect then. So we basically
Lizard Man
have
tells you where
dragons
you
for the
can go
next
sit.
several years.
You could.
Well, let's pack them
What
up.
we really need now is quartz. We need some quartz.
Well,
we
there
don't
were
have to
crystals
feed
all over. There were
Yes.
crystals all over on the way out. If I remember right.
Just
The first chamber.
not to make things too complicated. If you were to all carry a reasonable amount of the quartz that are in the chambers and stuff leading up to here as you come out, you could probably have enough to feed this sapphire dragon for a good couple months. I mean, you could all carry a good, well, not all of you, but on average, if you split it up, you probably all have, 15 pounds of quartz, 15 to 20 pounds.
And we have our bags of holding, and I have my quiver. Throw some more
The
stuff.
quiver of
you can
Alona
quartz down a quiver.
is a little, it doesn't activate the same way a bag of holding, but you do have a bag of holding, yeah.
Yes. We'll just
Well, let's
fill that bag
stash
of
a little
holding
bit
full of
extra
rock.
in the bag of holding then. That's a good idea.
Okay, in that case, rather than just 2 months, 2 or 3 months of food, Pugil, as you're stuffing things in the bag of holding, roll a D8 and a D12. You don't have a lot of things in the bag of holding, so.
I rolled a total of 18, a 12 on the 12 and a 6 on the 8.
Okay,
Wow.
in that case, you have another 18 weeks of food beyond that. Beyond, we'll say 3 months. So 18 weeks beyond 3 months.
We got 5 months worth.
Well,
Well,
no
if
one
we
let
want to
him
sell our sapphire
chew your
dragon, we can
fingers.
sell them with 5 months worth of food. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I mean, you've got more like 7 months worth of food
Yeah.
for this.
Well, by then
particular
it should be
dragon.
big enough to find its own damn food.
Well, they age.
Right.
It already looks very competent for
Or a line from my dad.
such a baby, but all right. So you pack it up. get back out. You get to the ship.
I'd like to take the other 2 eggs as well.
Okay, yeah. You pull the other 2 eggs in as well. That's perfectly reasonable. I'm hearing a
Those
buzz.
those should have a value, right? Am I not missing something?
It absolutely has a value.
Yeah, okay.
Don't put those in the bag of holding, though. That might damage them.
No, I don't think we need to put them in the bag of holding. They're not as small as, or they're not as big as Pujol's head. So
we already resolved the crew hiring situation, right?
Yeah, you got them all onto the ship. You were just kind of doing it. Yeah.
Just in case of things.
And out to sea, you would put again. This was the last. The last real port of call. Where you're looking for things, you're just going to pick up one last bit of supplies and another port of call, and then you are out on your journey doing cartography for areas hitherto unknown.
Oh boy.
You put in, well, actually, so you all go to sleep that night. Abran, as an elf, you don't actually sleep. You would do a trance.
I don't sleep either, actually.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Not the elven trance, right? But yours is like a magical ability, right?
I think elves estivate like snails, don't they?
Like
They
snails.
masturbate like snails? What?
No.
They estivate. Thanks,
Escapade.
Gene. Way to drag the room down.
I don't know. That kind of brings the room up. So Abran, you do not get a good night's sleep, or a good trance. So everybody else goes into a subconscious state, or magic prevents the whole thing from happening or being needed at all. But you go into a trance and you get in touch with sort of almost, you're so closely aligned to the Feywild as someone of an elven lineage that it's sort of a recentering of oneself that you do every evening. But you can't focus. You're not able to focus. You're not able to get rest on this first night. Something isn't quite right. You've never had this problem before. You wake up the next morning, you have 1 level of exhaustion, and you do not get a proper trance or rest at all.
So what does that mean?
Abran means you're developing a conscience.
That's not possible.
Oh my
You're
God!
turning into a real boy.
So exhaustion. Let me explain exhaustion rules real quick for you, Abram. So there are different levels. There are 6 levels of exhaustion. There are only 5 practical levels because at the 6th level you're just dead. At
cool.
1 level of exhaustion, you have disability. You have disadvantage on all your ability checks. So for you, it'd be
Damn,
survival
so he's dead in a week.
or
Too
things
bad.
like
There's
that.
nothing we can do about it. We're out on a ship.
It's all that extra party saving you had to do.
At 2 levels of exhaustion, your movement speed is halved, and you still have disadvantage on all your ability checks. At 3 levels of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on all your attack rolls and saving throws. At 4 levels, your hit point maximum is now halved. And at 5 levels, your speed is reduced to 0, which pretty much means you're bedridden.
My gosh.
At 6 levels of exhaustion, you just die. But you were not able to
It's a good thing none of the rest of us fought that shipwreck column.
You were not able to get good rest last night. You're at 1 level exhaustion. It's not a huge deal. You're tired. You're a little bit slow. Your skills that you have are a disadvantage. Not a big deal. You're just not all there right now. You couldn't.
They scanned all our new recruits, right? With the goggles.
Yes.
Check them out.
Yep. They were all normal.
Has Abran told us that he doesn't feel good?
I don't know.
He's toughing it out.
Yeah, no. Nope.
He's probably
You're not
doesn't
going to
even.
tell us?
I'm just gonna say I didn't sleep very well. I'm not going to be able to say that I have a level 1 of exhaustion. I would
I
imagine.
am very good at
You can
medicine.
tell
Can
just looking in
I
your face.
Yeah.
can I do a quick check over
Masturbate more
of
snails,
poor
man.
Abram?
He's got some circles under his eyes. Sure, do a medicine check on Abram. Back on the ship. I hear a buzz.
23.
23. So, by traditional medicines, you would know almost immediately that he did not get good rest, and that's that's a problem. But you don't know why he didn't get good rest.
I'd like to ask the captain
Well.
if she new cargo.
You skipped there a little bit. Could you say that again, Rhonda?
I said I'd like to ask the captain if she took on any new cargo.
Oh, no, just what you arranged. We're stopping in for some supplies today. Some final bits. We picked up crew, of course. Thank you very much for arranging that. And we just have a little bit of fresh water, some fresh supplies from Morgott to map with, and we'll be heading out tomorrow.
Oh, so we still haven't put to sea.
No, not really. So you have one more stop. It'll be today in the evening. One more chance to, I don't know.
Are there any other elves on board?
Any other elves on board? Yes, there are. Well, do you need full elves for that to qualify, or as a half elf?
I don't know. Do half elves work the same as Abram?
Ooh, good question. I'm going to say no. So the full elf is what is the trance. There's nobody else but Abran on board.
And
Can I
Abram has no
continue?
recollection of bad dreams or anything that was interfering with his.
I mean, do you ask this of Abran?
Yeah, you look terrible, Abram. What's wrong?
I
You
did not
hungover?
sleep. Would it be possible, because I communed with Atar at
Yeah, why
one
don't you
point.
ask your bow how come you're not sleeping well?
Yeah, I'd like to at least connect with the bow and see if there's any connection.
That's a good question. So, make an Arcana check,
Right.
Abran.
It's a vampiric bow. That's wonderful.
14.
Atar gives you no answers to yourself, but they are ready and willing to do as you need them to do. As long as you don't use your sword. However,
Let's see.
in that dialogue, you realize that you find rest. Everybody else, so elves know that other races do not trance the way they do. They sleep. They delve into their unconsciousness, and it's a random event. It's chaotic. It's not really the elven way. When you go into a trance at night, whenever you go into a trance, you direct the flow of your thoughts. It's not chaos. You direct them back to your elven roots, to the Feywild. You cycle through that energy in an organized manner. It doesn't come at you in different ways. So you ground yourself, and then you begin to kind of cycle through the Fae, your connection to magic, your elven heritage, those things are parts of your focus at night, and you had some trouble focusing on it.
This was the first time it ever happened?
Yeah, I mean, occasionally I guess in the past you've been anxious maybe a couple times where you had a bad night. It happens. And you've also gone without sleep a couple nights, and it's the same thing, the same feeling. Or without going into a trance. It's the same feeling. So humans and other races need this time for their brain to stop worrying about their conscious decisions and connect with their unconscious decisions and world realm. It revitalizes them. It re-energizes them. And you would do a more focused approach to that, but it's essentially the same thing. But of course, it's not actually a random event or unconscious for you. You direct it as part of your normal ritual. And you were unable to last night. But it's not that worrying one night. You've gone without sleep before. You've had a bad night where something weighed on your thoughts heavily and you couldn't connect to your past.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the exhaustion thing accumulate so in 6 days I would die, or is it a night?
If you got no rest in 6 days, yes, you would die.
Okay.
Oh.
If you could not
air horn.
properly, Pugh just wants to. Thank you, Pugh.
And sleep spells don't work on him.
No,
What about
because he
conking
doesn't
over the
sleep.
head? Does
It's a
that
very, it's a very focused meditation.
And
I'm just
the
feeling
other
the
elf,
idea that he's organized in his sleep. He's not organized in his waking life.
Wow.
Saves it all up.
but the other elf on the boat isn't having any trance problems.
The half elf? No,
Okay,
there's
there's
no
only
full.
half elf.
There's no other full elf. No.
Okay. Well,
One time you want to have more elves.
No, you never want to have more elves.
I don't know. We got 2 gnomes. I don't know why we couldn't manage to have 2 elves.
yeah, way too many gnomes.
2 is
Well,
way
if he
too
dies,
many.
I can revive him.
You have a goblin
Yeah.
cook too. I remind you.
Yeah. Well, I like
Who
the
makes
It's fun
goblins.
though. He makes
excellent
things.
food, and who would love to make like a ruby quiche. Just
Ooh. That'd be a very expensive quiche.
Maybe he could plate these quartz instead. Maybe that would entertain him. Put some garnish on it.
yeah. So you pull into port that evening. They're just picking up fresh water, some fresh food supplies, making sure they have enough. This port they're pulling in tar, pitch, different wood, food, water. Well, they're topping off their water. They're making sure that repairs for the ship are accessible to them and held in the hold. They're making sure that you have lots of foods, lots of pickled foods, not real appealing, lots of salted meats, again, not super appealing, but also a lot of fresh meats and fresh fruits and vegetables. When the fresh fruits and vegetable boxes come on, the sapphire dragon like leaps at the fresh fruits and vegetables, sniffs them, runs around, like gets into the crate, starts to bury their head in it, and sort of break them open and start sort of snatching out bits of fresh fruits and vegetables.
Well, we
eat
better
or
lay in
just-
some more fruits and vegetables for our dragon.
Is it
So
eating them or like just playing with
it's eating them. So not only does it seem to enjoy eating crystals, and probably I think all of you collectively would understand that that's an important part of its dietary needs, but fruits and vegetables, fruits especially, very appealing to this young dragon. So
Well,
if you would
See
like
how it
to,
feels about
if-
dried fruit.
ooh, dried fruit. Eats it a little less vigorously, but still eats it. So if you want a good supply of fresh fruits and dried fruits, and you want to chip in, but between you
Yeah,
all, like
we'll buy our own supply.
10
Yes.
gold will get you a very
Gosh,
large
10 gold.
box, very large
I
crate
hope
of,
it's a large box. 10 gold.
of dried fruits. Dried fruits, that's a rare commodity.
Yeah, it's very. Fruits don't last
Apparently,
long. That's a,
apparently so.
It sounds like Fathom encouragingly and enthusiastically coughed up 10.
I said I'd pitch in 3. It's my dragon if I pitch in 10.
You can have
Wait
it.
a minute.
How does it feel about
10.
like
10 is
jellies and
sold.
jams?
Jellies and jams. It doesn't get you would see that it does enjoy eating them, but it's pretty hungry. It doesn't seem to get a lot of nutritional value from jellies and jams.
We could buy a small fruit tree, and I could spell it to produce fruit faster and more.
Wait, don't
Just
you
carry
know
it on the boat
Goodberry
with
or
us.
something? Don't you
Can't
know a
hear you,
spell
Gene.
called Goodberry?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know a spell called Goodberry. No,
Brand does.
I thought you used to make us food.
no.
Is Goodberry actually a berry? I mean,
You
That's
do
cool.
have to have a berry to perform the spell, material component wise. You could get quite a few of them. They would last quite a while if you wanted to.
Yeah, it says up to 10 berries appear in your hand and are infused with magic for the duration. Creature can use its action to eat 1 berry. Eating a berry restores 1 hit point, and the berry provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day. So
Nobody
the
wants
berries
to
lose
eat
their
berries.
potency if they have not been consumed within 24 hours of the casting of the spell.
Oh, we can't
Yeah.
make them.
I couldn't. Would the dragon live on 1 berry every single day?
It could live on a berry every single day, yeah. But you'd have to cast the spell every single day.
Yeah.
Well, see, now we have a reason to keep Abram alive. We were searching for one. There it is. He has to be able to feed
Wow.
our dragon.
God, I'm glad I made the cut.
How to feed your
well,
dragon.
we can still buy the box of fruits and vegetables, I think.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
we
we
can
gotta-
feed the dragon for another 5 days. Then Abram
It has a
dead.
varied diet.
Brand's not.
Well, let's feed it the fresh fruit first, and then the dried fruit, and then,
Yeah.
if it push comes to shove, we have Abram making his good berries for it.
Okay.
And we can still feed it rock. The rock's not going to go bad.
Yeah,
Well, it needs
crystal,
to have
got
a
a-
rock.
crystal lasts
We got
forever.
That's
sacks of
part of his-
rock.
You kind of have to feed the dragon a little bit every day. It's part of a dietary need.
You can't grow this cool gem-like hide with fruits.
Oh,
It's good. It's good. It might teach us responsibility to have a pet.
oh boy.
Well, I'd
Yeah.
suggest that more than one of us
Focus.
feed it every day. I mean, we take turns
Yes.
feeding it every
can't
day
hear
so
you,
it
Gene.
doesn't.
You're muted, Gene. Gene's muted.
I do not hear you, Gene.
Nope.
I might suggest clicking it all the way up, leaving it, and then pulling it down. No, Gene. Hold on. Let me double check the audio here.
Have you tried rebooting?
Oh, my goodness.
Your video went out earlier, Gene.
No.
Yeah,
Your
your video went
camera
out.
was going.
Oh, wait.
There,
I
now
heard
you're
you.
back.
I heard you for a second.
Yeah, now we hear you.
All right. I just refreshed my browser.
Simplest way. Okay. What were you saying? I'm sorry, we missed it.
I said I nominate Pugh to walk it every day and has to clean up after it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Pugh, do you do that?
Yeah,
I
I
agree
have
that we should divide the duties and the duty.
I think we
I-
should. Yes, we
I agree
should,
with
because
Fathom.
otherwise it winds up imprinted on just one of us.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We should split the duties up. Abran can be, have the little pocket full of little blue plastic bags. I can
What
feed
does
it.
it do?
Yeah, what does it look like?
Well,
What does it
that's
poop
why I
look
was
like?
wondering if it eats
Well,
quartz. Does it poop out sand or
who takes
glass
it
or
out
what?
for the walk the first day? You,
Let
Joel?
Fathom
I'm
do
tired.
it. Let
Abran?
Fathom. Let
Let Fathom.
Fathom do it.
Abran will
Yeah.
do it.
Fathom.
I don't.
Do you,
Fathom,
Fathom, do
Fathom is
you
the one with the plush dragon for
do
Pete's
you
sake.
tell everybody at the end of the first day when this dragon poops out a little sapphire?
Oh, I don't know if I want to let them find out on their own when they do poopy duty. I'm gonna let them wait and see.
I mean, you're only feeding it crystal and fruits, but it does poop out a little sapphire.
You better be
Wow.
honest with people, or we may curtail your duties.
No, because we're all taking turns. So I want you to find out on your turn.
Okay.
I'm
So
going
you-
to tell you all that it's really gross. It's just terrible. Like just steal yourself.
Fathom, you have, oh my gosh, 4 sapphires from that first day of taking care of the dragon.
Oh my gosh.
Those are worth
poopy?
about 25 gold each. They're not really well developed sapphires, but still.
It's a
I
kind of
mean, it's
soft.
his first day. His digestive system's just
soft.
getting going.
A little runny. Yeah.
Duties.
He needs some fiber.
I see
Yeah.
that the
That's
dragon
probably
is a
means that-
practitioner of modern economic theory, apparently.
I was going to say that just means that we'll be able to afford to feed it with what it comes out the back end.
Yeah, but it's
Basically,
pooping out more than we're putting in. That's bugging me a
Yeah.
little bit.
Just don't tell the grocers where we got it.
I don't think they care. Okay. So you take aboard all the things you need and you head out to sea. And night 2 comes along. Abran, you are unable to get a solid trance the second night.
God, Abram's going to die, and there's nothing we can do about it.
There wasn't an elf
damn
in that town, was there? We could have kidnapped an elf.
I vote we replace him with another gnome.
I meant to kidnap an elf.
Yeah.
Well, once he
Good.
dies, I can revive him, but I can't do anything for him until he's dead.
What kind of cleric do we have? I can't do anything
Well, I
for
can
him
heal
until
him, but this
dead.
isn't the same thing, right? We already
It's-
went over this.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
So all I have is Revivify, which he has to be dead for me to be able to use. So if you want to kill him, we could bring him back full strength.
And well, just an important note: things like Revivify do not. Let me give you an example. If you were drowning in water and your lungs were full of water and you couldn't breathe and you died, using Revivify would bring you back to life, and then you die again because you didn't solve the problem. Your
Yeah,
lungs
but
are full of water.
he'd have a minute at least to tell us goodbye.
Yes, he could at least put
Okay.
his affairs in order.
'Cause,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
right.
would
one
like
of us
to
might want
suggest-
his weapons.
I'm
I
sorry.
would like to suggest that A, study him with the goggles the next time he tries to go into a trance. Make sure there's no like entities or something.
Where is his bow when he's sleeping?
His bow is always with him.
Hmm. Hmm.
He slept since we had several
His
long
demon
rests.
bow?
He slept many, many times with this bow. This has not been a problem in the past.
Yet.
Yet. Yeah, sure.
But the bow likes him. It doesn't want to kill him.
And the bow likes him, so long as he
It's doing.
focuses on
Yeah, the bow-
utilizing the bow first.
Hmm.
So far, he's doing what it wants.
Yes. The bow's very
You want
pleased with
to do
Abra.
it.
Are you okay with Kay watching you in your sleep?
Of course.
But okay, wait. Let's logic this out for just a second. Wasn't the bow from a demon?
No, no.
The
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes,
And
you
demons
took it
are
from a
of
demon.
chaos, right?
Yes.
demons are from a chaotic realm, correct?
Are
Or am
they
I-
Sure.
No, that is correct. You're correct.
So
Go kill the
if
demon.
if he's a logical, trying to logically whatever his mind, wouldn't the chaotic nature of the bow not allow him to sleep?
So that's a good thought process, but it hasn't been a problem before. He's had the bow
Yeah, why
for
would it only start when we're on the boat?
months
He hasn't
Um,
broken out in mushrooms recently, has he?
with no issues. And no, he hasn't broken out in mushrooms recently. The only odd thing that's happened recently is hatching the eggs.
Maybe he has a dragon allergy.
Huh. I think we have to choose between the dragon or Abram.
Well,
Maybe
what
he's
if
a
we
slod.
put the dragon on one end of the boat?
Oh, you
and
think he's a slod? Oh, I didn't
him
think
on the
of that.
other end of the boat for the
So
next
separate him?
chance.
Okay. So for his
Yeah.
third night of rest, by the way,
Didn't we have some
Abram,
kind of special box that something was kept in on this boat?
The slot
Yeah, that's
egg.
where
It
we
wasn't
found the
special.
slot.
The
It
box
was-
wasn't special though, was it? It was
It
just
was
a
the-
box.
Well, I was just thinking we could lock the bow in whatever special box we had.
It wasn't
Maybe
big
those
enough for a
flashes
boat.
of energy when
Yeah.
you hatch the
Well, we
eggs
could
fry
stuff
his
it in a
brain.
bag of holding.
ooh,
Oh, that's true. We got hit with 2 waves of energy. That's a good point. We
3.
probably all have some kind of magic brain cancer, and he's the only one who noticed.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Kay's got it. 3 waves of
Because
energy.
his brain is so small.
Well, your speed is
affecting
now
his-
halved, and you have a disadvantage on ability checks, Abram.
Oh my god.
It's
How do we
it's like the
unenergy
worst.
him?
It's like the worst hangover you've ever had. 2 nights of no
2
sleep.
nights.
Yeah.
I'm too
48
short to
hours.
push your wheelchair around.
How do we? Mm.
But it doesn't seem to
I'll
be
give
like
him a
something I
look over
can
with the
just heal
goggles.
like normal.
No, absolutely not. No, it's not health. It's not hit points. It's not. He's just unable to get the peace, the order, the trance that as an elf he
Sure.
is so very used to.
There are the
Now,
waves of
dragon
energy.
poop-
When a
Does the
human
dragon
being,
poop emanate any magic with
No.
your goggles?
I'm sorry, I answered before Kay could answer that. There's nothing.
Well, let me
Yeah.
try dispelling magic on him.
There you go.
Okay, Pugil before
when
Fathom
a,
finished.
when a human being is trying to sleep, usually you can tell what's preventing it. You know, your stomach's upset, you're distracted, you can't, is he not getting any impression of why he can't sleep?
Abran, are you gonna listen to Pugil and his advice
Yes.
on? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you getting any impression on why you can't sleep?
It's just causeless insomnia.
Roll a. I will let you choose, Abran. Arcana or Nature.
I'm going to choose Arcana. And am I rolling at disadvantage?
You are because you're exhausted.
You're all boogered up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Couldn't
man.
someone bless him? Doesn't that help? No, that's something else.
You know, I rolled an 18 with disadvantage.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a 15 and a 16.
The bard could
You really want to know?
help out
You
with the
feel
roll.
like something is blocking the paths of your energy that you would usually have access to. You're not able to focus. You're not able to pull your thoughts into focus. You're not able to access your heritage, your past, what makes you an elf. It just seems like you can't reach it. It's cut off from you.
So I relay all of that to the party. Saying that I feel disconnected and
maybe we should move the dragon and the eggs and all of the things that we recovered from the cave to one end of the ship and put Abran in the other end and see if proximity affects it.
Okay.
While we're at it,
I agree.
maybe we
I
should.
don't understand all this Elvish gobbledygook anyway. Their paths to their elders and all this nonsense.
While we're at it, maybe we should check the rest of the new crewmates. Can we scan them somehow for, I don't know,
Slottiness.
slottiness or
Interview
yeah.
them, analyze them in various ways.
Yeah.
How would you like to
I
do
mean,
that?
Well, we did quiz the ones that we hired directly. So we
Yeah,
have
but we
a
don't know if
relationship
they're-
with them.
we don't know if they're magical beings. Wait a minute. Didn't we run across a djinn at one point that was, don't djinn suck your energy dry too?
The djinn was, in the end of your relationship, the djinn was, you left it at, they were upset that you didn't free the essence of the water elemental, but they were willing to talk to you on future calls. So
And
to speak.
somebody tried to summon a djinn. Wasn't it Fathom tried to summon the djinn
Yeah,
when we were
and we figured it out another way, so I hung up on that call.
Yeah.
but maybe she heard it and said, "Okay, wait a minute. What's, I don't know.
The,
I'm
the
I
spitballing."
think we slept after I called the gin, though. I think
Yeah,
we
you
had
have.
a rest
I think
time.
it has something to do with. I think it has something to do with where we just were.
And the dragon. I think it has something to do with the dragons.
Kay is very correct that 3 waves of weird magic went over us, and
Wouldn't
that
we be
place was
experiencing?
ancient Elven.
No, because we're
As
not
well.
elves. We
Lizard.
don't have all that hoorah going on.
It's
Well, but it
hoorah.
was
He said
lizard.
that-
It was lizard man magic, wasn't it?
It was
but it
lizard
was similar
folk
to the ancient elf.
originally, yes.
Well, maybe
Am I
lizard
noticing
folk
any weird
arcana.
symptoms?
No, not at all.
No
We should
shame.
probably
Look over with
question
the
some of the
goggles.
rest of the crew. Go ahead, Kay.
Ooh,
What's that?
Abran, your intestines.
It's just the sea.
the
I'm
ship.
trying to make it. Yeah, the ship. Kay, what was that?
I'm gonna give Abran a look over with the goggles.
Okay. Make an Arcana check as you look over him with the goggles.
Check for magical ticks.
Or regular ticks.
Got an 18.
18. Something is off. It is very hard, even for you, with the goggles, to identify what exactly is wrong with Abran's being. But just from a magic point of view, there seems to be an unusually high buildup of ambient magic in Abran's person.
Something is disrupting his wah.
Sort of.
Do we have a dispel magic spell?
Yes, but I would suggest he takes off all his equipment that is magical and puts it at a distance,
Oh,
just to make sure
gosh.
that the dispel magic. He's not abandoning the bow. He's just putting it down over there for a minute. I don't want it to think I'm trying to dispel it. For one thing.
So you strip down to your little cloaca patch.
Go full Pugh. Get naked.
Yeah.
Go Pugil.
I'm not.
Need a sketch.
Go
Quick,
full
Pugil.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are you
I'll
willing?
follow.
Okay. All right.
I'm excited. I'm exhausted. I'm just following along with what
And then
everybody's
you
saying.
Yeah.
cast
Pretty soon we'll be able to do
Oh.
anything to them if you want to. So
Pretty
Dispel
repulsive.
Magic. Make roll a d20 and add your proficiency modifier and your 8 plus your proficiency modifier to it.
$14.
You'd like all those
vultures are
bonuses.
showing up. I can hear them.
No, that's
I can try to
That's-
cast it again. I cast it twice before.
It doesn't seem to do anything.
Did Kay see anything with the goggles while I was doing it?
Kay, see anything with the goggles? No.
How do you reboot your elf?
So the interesting
I don't
thing
know.
about magic is there are those who are well indoctrined into magic, who understand it very well, know that there are two types of magic in the world. One is it is in everything. So dragons, as an example, can fly. That's not part of the physical realm. Like their wings can't hold them up. It's not aerodynamically accurate. It's magic. But should you take spells, as an example, to take magic away, a dragon can still fly. It is an ambient sort of magic about them. Elves are very, very connected to the Feywild. That's their origin. You can't take away some of the ambient magic that's in the world. You can
I got an
only
idea.
address things that are parts of spells and active magic that's happening. So what's afflicting Aberrant doesn't seem to be part of what is what you would consider magical spells. It almost seems to be some sort of block of his ambient connection to magic. The same thing that would keep a dragon aloft or keep an elf immune to things like charm. It's
so it's not a presence of something, it's an absence of something.
yes.
Huh.
I got an idea. Okay,
Okay.
so we need to go through and figure out what it was we got in the Fey adventure, since it was all Fey magic. I know I got a bar of soap that recalled childhood memories. So maybe he could try using that.
Wash his mouth out with soap.
Yeah, but everybody
What
else,
did
Yeah, we have
Aberrant
all
do?
those items.
I got a
what did
fork.
everybody get?
I think it was a fork with bent tines. But we've had that for a while and have slept since.
What I'm
But
saying
maybe it
is,
will.
what
You
I'm
had
saying is
all
maybe
of them.
one of these will help you.
I pull out
Yeah,
the
that's
fork.
a good. I guess we could put all the stuff we got there, lay it out, and take inventory of it.
Okay.
Well, for that matter, it wouldn't be that hard to lay out everything we're carrying from then on.
Are we still doing the separate me from the dragon and the eggs, ploy?
Yes. Yes. You are trying to sleep and rest at as far opposite as you can get on a ship.
And we've done that at least one night and that didn't help.
Yeah. It did not help at all.
We need someone to check his chi or read his aura or something.
Is there
At least
such a
have
thing
someone
as
put his
like a
clothes
magic
back on.
grounding rod?
Okay, is there such a thing as a magic grounding rod? Mm, not that you know of in a definitive, factual way, but you make an Arcana check, okay?
Like our plants or something that.
9.
9. You're not sure. It seems like there should be something, but you're not sure.
Is there anything, since I am a nature boy, one of
Yes.
those wood gnomes,
Yeah.
I would have some sort of, I speak Sylvan. I have some sort of relationship to what juices Abran's batteries, right?
You understand that most creatures have a subconscious reset, but elves in particular try to direct their energies. So, yeah, you have a concept of what Abran needs and what is not happening.
Would it be possible for me to compose music to stave off these effects that are harming our friends, to give us more time to figure out what the problem is?
Wow. Make a DC 15 performance check.
28.
28. Yes. You believe that you can create a ballad or song that will, add a day or two to Abran's.
Suffering?
Yeah. How rude.
Does
to his.
anyone know magic that relates to orderliness? I mean, that's not my area for sure. Right?
Are there lawful mages or?
Well, I mean, there's protection from good and evil. Is there protection from chaos or?
Not really. Really.
I don't know what cleric spells are.
I don't have anything even close to that.
On your.
Now,
well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pugh.
Abran, you have no recollection of any kinfolk or stories of people in similar situations? Bling, 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 bling.
No, Abran, you do not.
Nothing. None.
Wow.
I got
How
nothing.
about a suspended animation spell of some kind?
It feels magical, Abran. So Abran, you feel like this is, yeah, why not? You feel like it is like a magical inhibitor that is preventing you from accessing your usual paths of thought when you go into a trance. So while everyone else has they go to sleep, they an imaginary world blossoms in their head where they can reset their mind, and interesting things happen based on little bits of knowledge that they know. They have dreams. They have all these things that happen. For an elf, when you go into a trance, you direct your mind through the histories of elves, the stories you've been told, all of the physical and metaphysical, I guess. I don't know. It's a strange way to say it, but all the things that make you an elf. And you're just you're not able to focus on those, to bring those to the forefront of your mind, to connect those with your current existence, to have a link to the past. You're just not able to
That
make that
sword
connection.
came from his ancestors.
No, the sword he had, but the cloak he didn't. So if you wrap yourself in your cloak with all our
Oh, the
little
cloak?
tchotchkes from the Feywild, the next time you try to sleep, trance, whatever.
I'm gonna
What
No,
if,
I'm gonna
I
give
thought we
Abran.
interacted with something. Oh, I guess he put his sword in the hole and then got it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sword was just a magic sword, but Fathom's right that the cloak was a Fey elf history.
And from
Whatever.
the ancient elf.
Yes.
I'm gonna give Abran my bar of soap that is supposed to recall childhood memories. Smells like
Ooh.
childhood memories. Tell him to take a bath with it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
wash my naughty bits.
You know,
Watch whatever you want to wash with it.
Yeah.
probably
Both-
all of your
both
bits,
rows of nipples.
including your naughty bits.
I remember
Uh,
elves, right? The next step is erotic dementia, so we've got to be on our guard.
Amran, roll a d20 and add
At
your.
disadvantage.
Wait. Hold on.
I'm going to give him my good luck
No,
stone.
no. I'm gonna call this a saving throw. So, it's
Okay.
it's not disadvantage yet. It is based on your wisdom. A
Okay,
wisdom
so-
saving throw.
D20 plus wisdom.
Well, plus your wisdom saving throw.
Okay. All right. 17.
Okay. Yeah. You. Would you like to utilize the soap that Gooseneck has offered you?
Yes.
Okay. You feel like you on the third night, as you try to trance as everybody else is sleeping, you're separated from the egg, from the dragon, from all the things that should be giving you the negative influences that you feel are in your way. And even as you do that, you can feel this magical mark on you, inside you, that you
Oh,
do not understand. It is not part of your routine trance. It is not part of what you seem to comprehend as.
Can I reach towards it? Can I not? Even though it's not, at this point, I'm pretty desperate, so I'm just going to let go of any other order or plans and reach towards that mark.
Okay. Make
if it's inside him, maybe we should just open him up.
Go away.
Make a wisdom saving throw. It's
Another
normal at the moment.
Okay, so no disadvantage.
No disadvantage.
A 9.
You don't.
I have an inspiration checkbox that has been there forever. I don't know. If I
Okay,
can use
yeah,
it.
use it.
Yeah,
use it.
this is a good time to use it, I would say.
I would say so, yeah.
I would say now I got a 21
Oh,
with 2.
you get the impression. So you're not able to focus as you want to focus, but you understand for the briefest of moments, you grasp that something has imprinted itself upon you recently, and you don't understand it fully. it is preventing you from you feel this. Ooh, so that's a good enough roll. You feel a buildup of energy inside you, magical energy. You don't know what to do. It's chaotic in nature, and that is very unlike the way you're used to trying to grasp your trance. It's like a chaotic ball of energy. It's blocking all of the usual paths that you would use to rest, to refresh, to understand yourself, all out of access to you. Unfortunately,
I think you have to return to your spawning pool for
the
a mating
role
session.
that role doesn't mean you've solved the problem, but but you did get some insight into.
Did the soap help him to sleep at all, or refresh at all?
No,
Since
not at all.
he, not at all.
So what was can you just give me another quick summary of what I gained from that?
You gained the understanding that within you is suddenly a chaotic element, magical, that you've not experienced before. You don't know how to reconcile with your normal trance, and so you're not able to channel your rest and rehabilitation nightly as you would normally do.
As your counselor,
Until you understand what this thing is that's inside of you, that's blocking you, that is magical, that is energy, you are not going to be able to get a trance.
you need a law colonic.
Yeah.
What if we go the other way? What if I try to teach him the ways of chaos?
That's where I was going to go.
Embrace the chaos.
I do. I asked
idea.
Fathom to help me understand the magic of chaos, and I don't know if your benefactor is someone that could help either.
If we're gonna phone a friend, we've got her, and she likes you, so that might be a person to call. We've got the djinn. I don't know that this is really their area, and we've got a blue dragon. Those are all our phone a friend contacts, I think.
Oh, now it's raining.
Are blue dragons chaotic?
That's a great question. Make a history check.
I think they are. I don't think they're lawful.
6. But I'm not the one with the dragon cell phone.
Oh, when I saw the mark,
yeah,
can I recreate it, draw it from memory?
No.
With the 21?
You felt it as a magical presence, not as a visual stimulus, so you can't recreate what it is. You do feel it as an unnatural magical presence. And no, blue dragons are not chaotic.
Really? They're lawful?
Maybe they're neutral. They just don't have a lot
Could
of...
be neutral.
I am going to also say... Well, hold on. So as you're thinking about this, on the third night, after the third night, Abran, you do not get rest as you wish you did. Unfortunately, that means that currently speaking, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Your speed is halved, and you have a disadvantage on ability checks. So just about everything you roll is disadvantage, and you move at half your speed. You are not able to get a good rest. But the ship is encountered a bit of a storm. The captain has asked that they find some ground, and they put ashore. Morgott is ecstatic because he is they found a bit of island, a bit of land that they've never seen before. And Morgoth is just mapping it out. He's got all his tools. He's kind of approaching the end. There is an island that you haven't seen before the next day when you wake up that you are, as an entire ship, sort of forced to try to put ashore on. And that, however, is where we need to take our mid-game break for this evening.
Cool.
So, we will stop there. Abran being exhausted. Everybody else is just concerned about Abran. The rest of the ship is running normally.
Well,
the captain is
I
putting
think
it
most
ground.
of the party is concerned about Abran. I think Pujol is not, but
I mean, I'm not going to
dreadfully
put concern into people's mouths if they're not concerned, but certainly some
He's
people are
doing his little
concerned
happy
about
dance.
you, Abran.
yeah.
But the captain has decided to put a ground and to try to...
He is prolonging his experience.
That's right.
He gives a satisfaction. with that.
How long does the captain expect us to be here?
Basically, they just want to anchor out the storm. They turned aside from some of the more dangerous areas. So the plan here is just to put a ground, wait it out, but maybe, if you want to go ashore or if people want to get some resources,
just long
that's
enough to
okay.
find the ancient elf doctor.
Yes, of course.
Well, there might be some ancient elf ruins.
Yeah.
Could be.
Doctor ruins, it doesn't matter. We got to get him fixed or he's just going to be shark bait.
He's pretty bad off right now. Abran is... I wouldn't put them at the delirious level or anything, but they're really
So do we have
close.
to carry him around on a stretcher?
No, not yet. But he's not super coherent.
And you're sure we can tell the difference?
Yeah. He's okay.
I had to. It was right there. I'll just keep trying to teach him the ways of chaos.
So everybody watching, this is mid-game. It's where we're going to take our break. We're going to have 10 to 15 minutes of break time. Everybody can get up, go to the restroom, get something to drink, and then we will be back with the final half of the Reaper Errant tonight. And we'll figure out what is happening to Abran and what they need to do to get them along their way.
Cliffhanger.
Euthanasia.
I mean, it's not a real cliffhanger, but okay. So see you all in a few minutes. Hang out.
We'll go
See you
nowhere.
later. Hello,
Well, that's too
everyone.
bad. I guess we just throw his corpse overboard.
No, we're gonna go check out the
Yeah.
island.
I play a funeral dirge on my war harp.
Broom, broom,
Wow.
broom. No,
That's what-
So I
so
had a couple ideas. I don't know. You know that if those slad were probably chaotic.
yeah.
So I do wonder about the magic from the hatching chamber and what might be left in the shells that we picked up.
Okay. As you're wondering, the captain puts the boat aground on a tiny island. That Morgott has not seen before. Very excited.
So should we go aground to see if we can?
Tiny is tiny.
Yep.
Yeah, I
We
think
need
we
to
should. Let's go.
secure
check out
Morgott.
the island.
We should rig up a travois to drag him behind us.
No, Abra can walk still.
For now.
Well, you can walk in, but can you walk out after a couple days?
I might
Something
not
is
need to
fast
walk
as-
out.
You know we'll be dragging
Yeah.
you here eventually.
Yeah.
Do I have?
Put little
I know I
tennis
have a
balls
gnome
on your
carrier. Do I
walker.
have an elf carrier?
Yeah.
You could rig one up fairly quickly.
Okay.
Well, Fabian
We could
can
always
cast
dismember
fire.
him and each take a piece if we had to.
You want to fly in your condition? Don't fly.
No,
Don't
maybe
fly.
later. Yeah. Or levitate.
If worst case scenario, we can levitate him and tie a string to his toe and just.
True, like a balloon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's go. Let's go find
While we're
the wise old elf
Walking.
that's going to fix everything for us.
You mean bury him?
Gooseneck, can you ask the baby dragon to look at him and see if he knows anything? I don't know. He's a dragon. He might know things. He's a dragon who came from the chamber that's causing the problem.
We can talk
Okay.
with him as we go.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
well, we'll
wait?
walk.
Are you gonna bring the sapphire dragon with you as you go ashore?
I don't know why
Yeah, I
we
don't
would
know
leave
if
him
that's a
on the
good
boat.
idea.
Okay.
You don't think it's a good idea? Or you do?
What if he runs amok on the boat and eats all the vegetables and stuff?
We're responsible for it. I don't think I want to leave him behind.
Make
If you think we
Fathom
can
carry it.
somehow safely, that's fine.
I'll carry him.
Okay, I will do Fathom's suggestion and ask the dragon if he can suss out what's wrong with our elf, or if they can suss out what's wrong with our elf friend.
No. So they just sort of give you the feeling, the general communication that
Is the dragon
No.
have? Does the dragon go by a pronoun of they? Did I miss something?
no, the dragon seems to prefer she.
Okay.
Okay.
You just somebody say. So.
It's
Good
a
enough.
she. It's a she dragon.
I wasn't sure. I just want to be
Does she
sensitive.
know
to the
her own
pronoun.
name, or are we supposed to give her a name?
Ask that
Hey,
again,
you.
Fathom. What was that?
Does she know her own name, or
Oh,
like us?
no. She almost seems to look forward intently to what you might give her.
oh?
I say
All right,
Corey
well,
or for corundum.
Corundum, Corey for Corundum. That's cute.
I say Bluey.
Well, let's go with Corey. Bluey. You're supposed to be a
I'm
bard.
gonna call her
Jeez.
Bluey McBlueface over there.
Blue.
A Bluey McBlueface.
So
What do you want to
Corey?
call her, Rhonda?
I like Corey.
Everybody
Nice, easy
okay
to
with
say.
that?
Well, I don't know.
mean,
What else we got?
Sassy.
Okay. Okay. You have a blue, a sapphire gem dragon with the name Corey. It is a
Sure.
she. And who is coming with you because you don't trust her on the ship by herself.
Well, I don't necessarily trust the people on the ship either.
That's, yeah, agreed.
Okay.
This dragon's worth some serious money.
So you get off the ship, you get onto the
Take care.
shore. You see smoke in the distance. A little bit of smoke, like from a campfire maybe.
Oh, well, we better go straight there.
Yeah, I'd say let's move closer and maybe someone could reconnoiter from the air.
I assume Morgott is with us because mapping.
No, actually, Morgott is you're going inland. He's never seen this isle before. He's sort of trying to map the shoreline.
Hmm.
How little is little in this island?
How little is little?
Like, could we see all the way across it as we came up?
On a good day, yeah, maybe 3 or 4 miles.
Is it forested?
It is rocky. There are areas of denser trees. Forest, I wouldn't say. Ooh. If you think of forest in a scrub oak sort of forest fashion, yes. If you think of it like in a temperate rainforest or a tropical rainforest, then no, not that kind of forest.
So it's not Gilligan's Island.
No, it's not Gilligan's. It's not a jungle. It's not a dense forest, but it is a forest if you were talking about foothills of the sequoias, a scrub oak forest.
All right.
How far away is this column of smoke?
About half a day's walk inland.
Mm.
So, what's that? Like the 2.5 miles? There's rugged terrain, a lot of things to navigate. Otherwise, it'd be much quicker.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can walk 3 miles in like an hour. So
Yeah.
that's how big was this island?
Yeah, you're guessing only 3 miles across, but it's not like as though there are roads or paths that are straight and direct. So
So a lot of it is climbing and clambering around on the rocky.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah. So you could.
But do the people with nature knowledge see signs of someone else having been?
You could cross it in a day. You probably could get halfway across it in half a day. Nature people, if you'd like to roll, I can give you more information on it.
I'd like to roll.
I'll try to roll.
I'm
Oh
a city
boy.
person.
How far is it as a dwarf flies? If I were just to fly across.
Dwarfs don't fly.
Well, I've flown before.
I can
Hell.
make him fly.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You actually,
frozen
if you're flying, it would really only take the two or three castings of the fly spell, as you are familiar with it, to get across the whole island. So less than half a day.
I got a 14 on my nature roll.
I got only an 11.
11 from
I'm
Pugh.
apparently I'm distracted by something.
Corn Cob, what was that?
I had a 14.
14. Gooseneck.
Well, I don't
We
have
some
nature.
paper shuffling. Does
Do you
anybody
want me to
do that?
roll?
No, I guess not. Abran, what was your nature?
So I'm going to use Natural Explorer, so my proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills.
But you are at disadvantage as well.
Okay. So I will, for my first wisdom, +4. A 5.
5.
So nothing.
Oh, good.
The other one was a natural. The other one was a natural 20.
And
So,
well,
but yeah,
you know,
5.
that's the
He's
thing about
assisting
being
in his own treatment.
Fathom.
Oh, you want me to roll nature?
No, I mean, are you proficient in nature? Were you looking to roll nature?
No, I was
Okay.
suggesting that the people who know things. I'm a city.
Okay,
tiefling.
okay. Kay, do you have a nature in here you want to roll?
I wonder
I
if
think Kay's frozen.
It kind of looks like Kay's frozen, but also Jen can sometimes be very stoic. So I'm gonna assume Kay is frozen until she gets back. Okay, let me get your minis out on the table. It was storming. It is really, to be honest, no longer storming. So let me take off this. Let me take off this rain. That's it. And let me get your minis. Pugh, who was glued nicely together back at ReaperCon. Okay, Errant.
Thank you.
We've
Michael.
actually had multiple years of usage out of these miniatures, just to be, fair.
And that silly Pugh is just a print.
I know,
Should be
right?
getting to come apart now.
Yeah, well, so's
So is Corn Cob.
Those
But Corn
Corn
Cob
Cob.
is a beefier, more robust print.
yeah, he's
I,
big.
I think
That
you're
one was
scaled up a
printed
bit.
too big.
Okay. Let me get a mini proper here. So I'm going to put you closer to this house than you probably want to be on camera 2.
Well, it depends.
Justin.
Does it have chicken legs?
Justin. Yes. Don't make me push a button, Justin. All right, I'll push a button.
So unreliable.
You come up to.
Oh, slightly reminiscent of the Chicken Ranch from episode
I know,
1.
I'm a little concerned now. I was just joking.
You come up to a residence.
Well, that's handy.
It is fairly handy.
Suspiciously handy.
I will. I mean, we're out there in the open, right? There's no.
Yeah. As you
Okay, I
approach,
will raise my hand in the universal gesture of hello.
So the woman in the yard sort of nods her head and says, "Oh," mouths some words, and then you can just barely hear, "Come and say hello."
Can we only
Oh.
barely hear because she's far away, or she's
She's
very
far away.
soft-spoken?
Yeah, a little farther than we showing on screen here.
Objects in mirror are closer than they appear,
I can
or
hear
further
you.
away than they appear.
Well, I feel like we should do it, so I'm going to move closer.
Okay. Corncob, you get in there within range of dialogue. And she says, "Oh, young dwarf, you visit my home after I've not had visitors for many years. Come in, please. And the rest of your party, introduce yourselves."
Can I roll a perception roll and see what I think of her?
Yeah, you might even want to.
19.
19. You get a when you visit people in a dwarven clan, there is often a seer, someone you rely on for wisdom and information. They seem usually, though, to you very homey, relaxed. This person seems very much like a wise seer, but they seemed a little more rigid to you, a little more
Guarded?
yeah, a little more guarded than you would expect if you were going to, compare it to your home life a little bit. Maybe
But
that's
I don't
fair.
feel like she's trying to hide a threat.
No, you do not.
Okay. I will do what she asks then and move closer.
Okay,
I don't
Abran moves up too.
okay, Abran.
I think we're all
Yeah.
all
And this
moving
is
in.
a human person?
They look human, yes. And I say,
Kay
come.
is back, I think. And
I moved, I shifted Kay back at least 10 foot behind everyone else. I don't know if that's far enough for Kay, though. Is it?
It's fine.
Okay. So yeah, Kay is the one lagging behind everyone else in this.
feel free to give her the once over.
And she says, I haven't had visitors in a long while. What brings you to my home?
Well, a storm forced us into port. Well, forced us to moor, to ride out the storm. And since we hadn't been here before, we thought we'd do some exploring. We saw the smoke from your cabin, and we decided to come and visit.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad I've gotten visitors. Please, come in. I don't see many very often.
Well, I don't imagine you're pretty far out here.
A ways and off the map, if you will. And she sort of...
Is that because
I'm
you
sorry,
enjoy your solitude? Is that because you enjoy your solitude that you live out in this lovely but isolated island?
I do enjoy peace and quiet. But solitude, well, that's a questionable enjoyment, is it not? I'm going to just pull walls off as you go in and out of areas. So she opens up the door, and it is a, a very busy, sort of small kitchenette almost area. There, you see some plants, you see some food, there's a fire in the background, in the back cooking.
Do the furnishings look like she would have built them from local materials or like she imported them?
Both.
What do we notice about that pool as we walk by? Fountain.
The fountain. So the fountain is not. The fountain seems to be moving normally with a normal flow. It just seems to be water as you move by.
It doesn't have any weird carvings or sigils or
No, not
whatnot.
really. No.
Do we see any sign of any livestock, chickens, sheep, goats?
You knew he was going to be looking for
yes,
goats.
there are some goats and chickens. You can just hear them around the back.
Okay.
There's a little orange cat right there.
You take the goats, I'll take the chickens, usual.
And there is a little orange cat right there.
Abran introduces himself and asks if, by chance, is she any sort of healer? Or are there any other sorts of healers on this island?
Oh, I have been known to dabble with healing a little, but I'm afraid I'm the only occupant of the Isles.
And she's a human?
She appears human, yes.
Have you, in your dabbles, have you dabbled with any elves in the past?
Yes. Yes. My
Is there
late
a better
husband
way
was
you
an
can
elf.
phrase that?
A personal question.
That's kind of
Well,
gross.
and I go on to explain my current condition and my levels of
Wow, the
exhaustion.
beans are being spilled now.
Wow, I know he's just coming right out. That's how infuriatingly tired he is. He's just coming out to the first
I'm
person.
exhausted. I'm exhausted and patient and worried and all of that.
Her name's not
our elf is
Kavorkia,
broken.
is it?
Excuse me?
Her name isn't Kavorkia.
No, we haven't done that.
No, and what did you say, Jason?
I just said, well, it's obvious our elf is broken. We don't know how to fix him.
Please
We
come
were-
in. Come in. I don't
We
have
were
a lot of
hoping perhaps we would stumble upon a solution on this fair isle of yours.
Well, we're a port in a storm, but maybe we hold a solution as well. She says, "Come in," and she comes in. There's a fire
I'll go in.
downstairs. So it is a cramped sort of downstairs area. All of you can fit in here. I don't.
So this kitchen is attached to the larger house like this?
Yes. So
That's neat.
as you see here, there's stairs leading up, and she has a lit slip at once. Oh, I have a workshop in the back where I do a lot of studies. That's the downstairs. And then upstairs, I also do more studies. But come in. I can make a
What sort of
fashion-
study do you do?
Oh, many studies, magical in nature and not. Why do you ask?
Well, I was just curious as to your location here, which seems to be quite unique, and what would bring somebody to this kind of solitude to do their studies.
It is unique. And what brings me here is a desire to put right what is set forth in my past.
That sounds pretty heavy.
It's a long story. Much of it is not important to you. But I am a practitioner of magical arts, and suffice to say, I have shared many, and as I share my knowledge, I lose a small portion of it. But there are benefits to that, as it were. But I am interested in your journey here. What brings you to my small island?
Well, as I said, we were on a mission to map unexplored, or at least to us, unexplored areas, and to chart them. And the storm, the captain decided we'd better put to shore for a while and ride out the storm.
And here you are, unexplored.
Here we are with a busted elf.
Your friend seems to be a primary concern for you. Please.
Well, he's deteriorated just in the last 3 days.
My elven friend, please come forward. What's your name?
My name is Abran. I'm a wood elf ranger.
Abran. My name is Solanas.
Nice to meet you.
Have a seat. Relax in front of the fire, if you will.
Thank you.
And she begins to just sort of, I don't know, to much of you observing naturally, just sort of focus on him. Ask him a few questions. They're mundane. They're pretty mundane questions. When did you sleep last? Do you enjoy being on the voyage you were on? Some questions you might not seem as important. But Abran, at one point, she does sort of, as she just puts a hand on your shoulder, you feel a magical jolt. Make an Arcana check.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, everything you do is at disadvantage now.
Okay. 11.
11.
Another nat 20.
Wow. I mean, they don't matter if you're at disadvantage.
Yeah.
You are indeed blocked, my friend. Interesting how magic works, is it not? So I don't know how patient the rest of you want to be. She's spending a good, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes with Abran. That's
Well,
a lot of time.
I'd like to kind of motion and cock my head to Fathom to make sure she's paying attention,
Okay.
because I'm at a loss as far as this type of magic goes, and I'm hoping that maybe Fathom has a better understanding of it,
I will
or maybe
study.
Pujol.
Fathom, what was that?
I will study what she's doing and sit quietly. And I'll hand Corey to Gooseneck for now. Don't let her like eat things or kill the cat or anything.
Okay. She seems to be extending herself naturally, though many of the things that she does remind you of the way you might invoke the magic for detect magic. She's not casting that magic though, but clearly there are some similar things involved.
There are different ways to magic.
Yeah, yep, there are. Pugil. What are you doing?
I'm just observing.
Okay.
I mean, we've got a souled elf, and I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Do you believe you can help him?
I don't know if I can help him, but he is not beyond help.
Too bad.
Well, that begs another question.
What?
Who might be able to help him then?
Himself. Help himself.
Himself? Well, then we're screwed, basically.
He's probably going to need a few more clues. He's very out of it right
I
now.
have very low intelligence. I do talk. I tell her about my attempts to go into a trance,
Okay.
about this mark, about
Okay.
my magic constipation.
Not enough snail masturbation.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, nothing about the snails and stuff
So
like that.
she says, I've been here a while. I perhaps can help you. Direct your energy. But maybe before you need me, you can do it on your own. It seems elves and many of the rest of the living creatures of the world we're in are very different types of creatures. The kind of magic that blocks your abilities, that marks you, if you will, can be easily distributed, dissipated back into the world by the unconscious rest of those around you. For you, you have to consciously direct things, and you have a blockage. A blockage created by, well, I'm not quite aware, but something. It seems something has left its mark on you.
You need a spiritual roto-rooter.
The others have been able to easily compensate for with their ability to tap into their subconscious during their restful hours. But you, as one that meditates, as one that goes into a trance rather than receives a subconscious signal, not capable of dealing with this. So, do you wish to handle it on your own, or do you wish for my assistance?
Well, I've been trying to handle it on my own, and I have yet to achieve any kind of positive result. Any direction or involvement that you can provide would be much appreciated. Is there people moving paper around or
I
something?
do hear an occasional mic scrape. But I don't
Okay.
Probably chewing.
I'm hearing it.
Or is that Justin?
It could be Justin. I don't know. Okay. Bobby, what do you have?
She mentions a mark
Yes.
that all of us appear to have, but
Have
is
had.
inhibiting have had. So we had the mark, and our subconscious was able to dissipate the mark. It's no longer present.
Correct.
Is that her analysis?
Yes.
And because he can't sleep, he trances. The mark is still present in him.
Correct. Because it's more of a directional flow of how you deal with things inside your consciousness and your being, and he has no he doesn't know how to control what this mark has set upon him.
Since she can sense this mark, does she have any understanding of the source, the plane of existence it might have come from?
So you ask her this, and she says, "Oh yes, this is clearly a dragon mark of some sort."
A dragon mark.
I'm not aware how you would get such things, but
We have
Why
no
would
idea.
dragon?
Has she noticed the sapphire dragon yet?
that depends on how closely you're keeping that, like, to your, you know.
Listen, I
Every
hear
time.
bells.
It's
Something must be
Christmas
happening.
time. Whoa.
Time. It's not like we learned from anything. Just
Why don't
every
you
time.
get used to it? Just get used to it. Come on. It's not going to change. I can't
I
figure
want to
out
know
how
where
to stop.
I want to know where this mic noise is from. It's driving me crazy.
I don't know. It sounds like someone's dragging paper occasionally.
I tried
I'm
muting
not
and it.
moving.
I think it's Justin.
I'm not.
Or Justin says
He's
a
changing
beard on the
babies. Come
microphone.
on.
Or it's Jason.
No, I don't have my
How-
microphone's external. It's not.
How dare you, Michael, blame Jason because he has a beard? That's beardist.
I was going down the road. We said there's other beards on the show.
Yeah, but the microphone is not near my beard, so
No.
It sounds more like a paper, but it doesn't matter. Let's get back
it
to the
does.
story.
It sounds like a paper shuffle.
I
Now, have any-
handed Corey to Gooseneck when she started doing her examination, so I don't know if she would have noticed that.
Okay. I mean, she probably would have noticed if you handed a whole dragon off to another individual, but
Well, what would be the
Yes.
mechanism by which a dragon would leave a mark on us or an elf, or is it just the proximity of a dragon? I mean, certainly elves and dragons have interacted throughout history. I don't recall any kind of withering disease
so
that I knew about.
when you ask this, she says, I lead a complicated life, but I can seek out these answers within your friend if you so desire.
Would more
Yes.
information help you?
There's like a Vulcan mind meld thing.
Or maybe we can just open him up like I suggested earlier.
Yeah. Is it
She-
possible we could just excise something from him?
She puts her hand out, puts it on top of Abran's head,
Mhm.
and begins to chant something.
So Abran's given permission for this.
I have
Yeah.
no idea. Do you
Have
pull
we-
away,
have we
Abran? Do
decided-
you?
No, I lean in.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a cost?
He has not mentioned a cost of any kind.
I assume the cost will be borne by Abran.
Maybe.
Maybe.
One hopes.
Okay. So she
Always.
puts her hand on Abran's head, chants out some words. Abran, you feel a presence inside you that is, it's her.
Roto-Rooter.
Creeping around inside your mind, inside your consciousness, inside your being.
Is it warm?
It is temperature less. It is
Oh boy.
balanced. It's neither warm nor cold.
Kind of like Like a little prostate exam.
Yep.
Usually asleep.
Very well-traveled elf we have.
She pulls away after a moment. She says, I see. When she, you all, okay. You definitely see a little surge of magic pop off. I don't think anybody else can see it, but you notice it sort of burst out as she begins to pull her hand away from Abran. And you also notice that she had, while she had a slightly hunched over figure, just barely, like she was in her, if she was a human, she would have been her late 50s maybe. Slightly hunched over, some fairly deep smile lines around her eyes and mouth. When she removes her hand from Abran, she seems slightly taller. Some of those smile lines have gone away around her eyes, around her mouth. She seems almost younger. It's only perceptible to you, just in the slightest amount. She says, I see. You, my friend, are experiencing an interesting block that you have to come to terms with, and you can. I can help you if you wish. You are marked forever. You have not rested since these entities have put their mark upon you. Can you feel the growing chaos within you? It needs a release. It needs for you to understand its focus.
Okay, let's do it.
We gotta milk him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see any.
Yeah.
No, let's go forward.
Okay. So the rest of you, what would you like? She's conversing with Abran directly. You obviously all see this. You're just gonna let it go with your.
I'm going to ask, is there a cost for the help?
No, none to you. I alone bear the cost.
Well, that seems unfortunate.
What's the cost?
would've-
What's the cost to
It would have
you?
cost.
You asked what's the cost to you. Pugh, Joel, you said something at the same time?
No. I want to hear the answer to the question.
A small piece of my life.
And this falls along the lines of the penance you were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Is there anything we could do to assist with the process or help you in some other way?
No, it's just your elven friend that has to do this on his own.
Like all his worldly possessions, or how's this going to work?
Pooja will milk your goats if you want.
Ujo's an excellent goat milker,
I do need some butter.
known far and wide for his soft hands.
Butter is a firm hand arrangement.
Well, he's a gnome.
Not soft hands.
Oh, some churning.
I'm a churn master.
There is a butter churn around back. If you wish to.
I'll run around there and
Are you?
I'll
Okay.
run around there and make some butter for her.
All right. Pugil is making some goat milk butter. I love it.
So you milk the goats first, and then
Well, I mean, there's already, it seems to be half in progress.
Can you remind me of
yeah.
her name again?
Did she give a name?
She
She
did.
did.
Yeah, Sylvanas.
Solaris?
Sylvania.
Solanus.
Solanius.
Solanas.
Solanus.
I say, Solanus, thank you very much for your sacrifice that it sounds like you're going to have to make. I do appreciate it. If there's any way I can repay you afterwards, I'd be willing to.
No, I'm done with the elven portion of my life, but I can help you still. And so she says, come with me. Come with me. She sets you down in a chair in front of the fire, if you're willing to do so.
Of course.
I'm not gonna leave.
Okay.
I mean, Pujol's gonna go deal with the butter, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah. He's going to go
No,
make some butter.
keep watching the magic.
Joel's going to make some butter. Fathom's going to watch the magic. Corncob's going to observe
I
Abran.
I think this could still go sideways.
Okay. And Abran, you...
Can I around back?
Yeah, okay, yeah. You go around back, Pugil. Let's see if I can... Damn, if I was just a little more organized, I'd have a butter churn for you, Pugil. But
Yeah.
when you go around back, you notice that she has a massive workshop inside a...
Flip that.
underneath her house in the back, she's got books and it doesn't seem like how do I say this, like a buttery place. It seems more like a place of knowledge, like she's been studying. It's an open, like you'd see a blacksmith shop or something like that under her house here, but in that darkness you see actually books. I mean, there's some food storage and foodstuffs, barrels of water and wine, but more like arcane knowledge, piles and stacks of scrolls, books, rune stones, casting of bones, all kinds of interesting magical elements. And here you are churning goat butter.
Well, can I pick the churn up and take it into the workshop and churn with one hand and flip through the stacks with the other?
Of course you can. Of course you can, Pugil.
And that's when
Okay.
Pugil blew up.
I'm gonna lift this up. I'm gonna go ahead and take the houses off the top of the workshop.
Epitaph for a butterman.
Put you in the back here. I don't know. Do we have a camera one shot, Justin? I don't know if I did that justice.
All we found was a little tiny hand attached to the butter churn.
Wait, hold on. Ah, my battery died. I can't hear you. Hold on.
Best butter ever, though.
long as
My
we
gosh.
I would be expecting Justin to swap to camera one right now, but he was about to say something to me, which might have been, I don't know, camera one's a complete disaster, or it's not in focus, or I don't know what he's saying. Oh, there we go. Probably that it's not in focus. All right. I'll focus it. There we go. I'm back. I can hear. There we go. Pugil, you're back. There's a big workbench. There's all kinds of barrels. There you are in the back, sir. I'm going to focus you. No, I'm not. Jesus Christ. How dare I do this? God.
That tree really wants to be the star of this show.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
really.
As long as we got barrels.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks good. Pujol's always a little out of focus anyway.
As he should be. So
I'm going to flip through the loose papers, see if there's anything that I recognize.
as you're churning,
Yes, I'll turn with one hand and
Turning and turning.
turning and turning, flipping through.
churning and turning. Okay. Make a history check.
16.
16. There are some interesting treatises here on healing, all kinds of necromantic magics associated with healing, as well as some conjuration magics. It seems more than a simple person who has a butter churn in the back of their house would have access to. But there it is, right in front of you.
But it appears to be academic stuff, not like spells that could be cast.
Yes, it is academic stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will. I'm not going to pull any books down, but I want to look at the spines of the book. Any of them strike me as particularly ancient or of unusual construction?
No, not really. Seem what you would. They seem out of place because you're on an island in the middle of nowhere. But if you were in a library that had the same focus on academia, it doesn't seem out of place at all.
And if I pull one down, what's the subject?
You pull one down. The subject is
Death of a gnome.
That's not how you turn butter.
The metaphysical connection to the plane of fire.
Hmm.
Which, if I'm being perfectly honest, might be a little above your magical comprehension. Though
yeah,
you
it makes
can,
no sense to me.
You can read it perfectly, but what it's trying to convey with the ruins and how you might magically intersect yourself with the plane of fire, it's a little beyond you.
Totally over my head.
Up
Abram
front.
was a human. It put him to sleep, sounds like.
Up front, Abram. Make a Constitution saving throw.
$15.
15. Abram. I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, I could bless his throw. I could use bless on a saving throw, I believe.
It's an ability check. Can you use bless on that?
Can I let him borrow my Constitution ring?
No, bless is only for saving throw or attack rolls.
So no.
Okay,
So
I was just trying to bump it a
Abram,
little bit.
Around the front side, you feel almost bombarded by other sides. You feel a swirling sort of dizziness in your head. Make a Constitution saving throw.
9.
9. This dizziness hits with an incredible impact to you. I don't know how I want to do this randomly, or I don't know how many random options I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'd get a different bud tender.
Roll a D10, Abram.
9.
Okay. So in your mind, you feel these stabbing pains as you're trying to connect with this unusual flow of energy. This woman, Solanas, has her hand like trying to guide you. And you see Fathom and Kay in your mind's eye, standing off against each other. But they don't look quite like Fathom and Kay. And you feel pulled into one or the other. Who do you choose? This is not a popularity contest between Fathom and Kay.
It's like a showdown.
Almost like a showdown. Like which energy
Who would I side with?
Which energy do you go towards, Fathom or Kay's?
So I'm just thinking back on the history, and I, as a character, have known Fathom a lot longer than Kay.
Okay.
So I think my natural instinct would be towards Fathom.
Okay. Camera 2. Camera 2, sir. We're going to put it right out here. Okay. Okay. Roll initiative. Everybody, roll initiative. I like this.
All right.
I guess I'm doing that at disadvantage, right? I do everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you are.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay, so, Pugh, Joel, what was your initiative?
14.
And Gooseneck?
16.
And Corncob?
15.
Abran?
13.
14? Okay. Fathom?
13.
Oh,
13.
13. Fathom.
I'm 14, actually.
14.
I get my bonus, right?
And K. Yes, you do.
Okay.
18.
18. Okay. So suddenly materializing almost out of like an astral plane right beside Fathom is Fathom.
Oh no! The anti-fat.
It's
Does she have a little goatee?
Yeah, it's a Fathom from Earth 2.
Does she have a little goatee? No, she doesn't have a little goatee. Nor is she. There's no guarantee she's from Earth 2.
She all dressed in yellow?
No, just staring into her robes gives you a sense of eternity.
Oh, Eternal Fathom?
Eternal Fathom.
Good
Does
Lord.
this Fathom not roll as well as the real Fathom?
Yeah. Only Rondé has to roll for this Fathom too.
Well, no, this Fathom, I get to roll for this
Hallucinogenic island.
Fathom. And I can tell you.
I don't know. It really has my essence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, come on. It's a disadvantage on every
Roll
roll.
at disadvantage.
Hey, I'm just going to face these two Fathoms together.
Is Abram still
I bet
present?
she doesn't have the cool fucking shirt, though.
Or is Abram now Fathom?
No, Abran is.
The alternate Fathom.
Abran is present.
Okay, good. 'Cause that would have gotten very confusing fast.
But Kay, you see this other Fathom appear. Her eyes are like deep and recessed.
Oh, no.
They seem to be staring through everybody. She seems like a magical creation. Probably not actually Fathom, but more like something conjured out of the depths of someone's subconscious. But you get to act first.
The
She sort of
demented elf.
appears in front of the fathom you know.
Well, let's let the fathoms fight it out and see who wins.
Does the other fathom appear hostile?
Well, Kay's first, but the other fathom appears to already be casting something horrific towards Abran.
Fireball.
Yeah, we got the Pond Farm music in the background, so
Yeah, that's an attack music.
Okay, then I'm gonna draw my rapier and stab her.
Okay,
Stab her in the eye.
make your attack roll.
How's a 23?
Ooh, that definitely hits. Alternate fathom.
Okay. Fathom, actual fathom is right there. Do I get my sneak attack?
Yes, you do.
So that's gonna be a total of 22.
I like it. I like it. Okay. 22 points of damage. Nice. Okay, okay. All right. Gooseneck.
Cat's passed out.
I have the dragon, don't I?
The
Didn't
little
Fathom
baby
have the
dragon?
Yeah.
Probably.
Leaves the dragon.
So, I'm not sure what I can do with the dragon in my hands.
Throw it at it.
Can I stuff him in a? Do I have a pouch? I can just.
Y-
Tell her to go stand in the corner or something.
Yeah, set him down. Set her
just
down.
put him down.
All right, I'll set Corey down and say, "Go
If he
hide over
starts
there."
fighting, we learn something.
Go
Okay,
save
yeah.
Uncle Apple.
She sort of runs off behind you, just peeks out from behind your legs.
Okay, and I'm going to. How far away am I? Can I? Oh yeah, I can whack her. Whack her with my axe.
Okay. You go up to the not fathom.
Not
Whack her
fathom.
with your axe.
Anti-fathom.
Whackety whack. Here we go. 18 plus 7, 25.
That hits.
For 9 plus 4, 13 points of damage.
13,
Slicing
okay.
damage. And her movement is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Corn cob.
I'll throw a guiding bolt at her.
Ooh, okay. Make your attack roll.
23.
That hits. Not fathom.
One time.
19 points.
19 points. Okay. Not fathom is still alive. Pugil.
Can I hear the sound of the fracas?
You hear you not really, I guess. You're busy studying tombs and churning butter.
Yeah. So I will. Maybe if I hear bangings or I
You
may
might as well
use the-
yell for the Butterman. Butterman!
Yeah, I'll continue to prowl through the books and churn with my left hand.
Sorry, my mic went dead as well. So you continue to churn with your left hand. All right.
Yes.
Okay, you're churning, and it is actually that's okay. All right. Fake fathom. Fathom, not fathom. Fathom, not fathom turns to you, Abran, as you were the one that summoned her here, even though it was kind of far away.
Yeah.
And she casts what looks like a usual sort of spell for her. You would expect to see force damage appear as she casts it at you. And you are hit probably twice, 22 and 24.
Total together?
No, 22 on the first attack, 24 on the second attack.
So 46 damage.
No, that's
No,
to
those
hit.
are the
To hit rolls.
Oh, yeah, they both hit.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah.
You said force damage?
Well, you would expect force damage, but you feel this sort of empty necrotic energy
Oh,
suck
I can't
life
dampen that,
out
I
of
don't
you,
think.
Abran. Total of 27 points of necrotic damage.
The good thing he doesn't have much life to suck out.
Wow. Just keep churning
yeah,
with
she
your
rolls
left
way
hand.
better than the real Fathom.
Just keep
And-
churning.
It's a little like two bolts shoot forth from her hand. You've seen Fathom do this, but the results are different than you would expect.
Yeah, they hit.
Wow.
100% accurate.
Abran, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to try to hit her with my bow. It's all I got.
Okay, you pull the
So-
bow back. Hold on. As you
Okay.
pull the bow back, make a Constitution saving throw, and you hear in your head, you hear the elf Solanas say to focus your chaos, but you pull the bow back anyways. Make a Constitution saving throw.
12?
12. Okay. You pull the bow back. You feel this blockage inside you sort of flare up magically. Go ahead and release the bow.
Is that my okay? 20 to hit.
20. It hits unerringly. Strikes the target.
Do I have any damage or anything, or is damage normal?
Damage is normal.
18 points of damage.
18 points of damage to Fathom, not Famine, and to Abran.
Oh,
You feel magic sort of flare off inside you where this blockage has been pointed out.
okay.
And this mark left on you by the dragon has sort of burned you for 18 points of damage as you hit Fathom for 18 points of damage. Or Fathom, not Fathom.
So I only received damage when Anti-Fathom got hit when it was from me.
Yeah.
And then, so what did my little partner tell me before I fired the bow? What would she say?
Focus on the chaos.
Focus on the chaos.
So-
Increase the chaos.
I choose for my second action, my second attack. I still have that, right?
Only if you're making it again with your bow.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna fire my bow again.
Okay. All right. It is Kay's turn.
But
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have a bonus action.
Yes.
And can I cast my healing spirit on myself?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
Okay. You may heal yourself for the appropriate amount, and then Kay, it's your turn.
I'm
Do I have to
gonna
roll that at
stab her again.
disadvantage too?
You have to roll, yeah.
All right.
What was that, Kay?
I'm gonna stab her again.
Okay, stab her again. Fathom, not
But
fathom.
this time I only rolled a 12.
Ooh, fathom, does that hit your armor class? I don't think it does.
No, I have armor class 18 now.
Yeah, it does not.
Wow.
It's disappointing.
Definitely
The
steps
one time
aside.
I need to not have a good armor class.
Is that it, Kay?
So I just noticed on my sheet that I have 2 weapon fighting now. When you take the attack action, attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in your other hand.
Yeah.
No ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack. So I'm going to draw my dagger and stab her with that.
Ooh, okay. Go for it.
That is not better. I rolled a 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just the celestial fathom in front of you just sort of swiftly, elegantly moves out of the way, and your stab just makes her cloak billow a little bit in the wind, missing. Gooseneck.
Okay, well, I'm going to go
Wait, I
into
didn't
a
get
rage.
to go, did I?
Oh wait, did you not get to go, Fathom?
No, I didn't get to go. I'm at 14.
You did not. You're right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Unless I don't, because it's me.
No, you get to go. You're standing in front of you.
Well, I would like to cast Psychic Lance and also tell her I want her outfit.
Psychic Lance. I think I get a.
How can I roll this bad?
Even
Even the electronic dice hate me.
Is that a saving throw on my behalf, though?
Yes, Intelligence 17 save.
Okay. That's what I thought. I rolled a 20.
Then you get half of the damage, which sadly is only 9 because I rolled 3 ones.
Oh, ouch. Oh, okay. All right.
Every
Still
little bit
7
helps.
dice. I rolled 3 ones.
Maybe don't ask for her outfit next time. Ask for her dice.
I mean, it was still pretty cool.
That was great.
Yeah, so your magic shoots out, and she just sort of absorbs it almost, but not quite. You can see that it does lessen her physical presence on this plane of existence. Gooseneck.
What is Chamomile
Alrighty.
doing while this is going on?
Honestly, she seems to be in a trance or meditation, chanting things at the same time.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Gooseneck, what was it?
I'm going to go into a rage
Okay.
as my bonus action, and then I'm going to give her a couple whacks with my axe.
All right. It feels a little weird to whack Fathom.
Whackety whack, chop chop.
Yeah, they don't seem very reluctant, I have to say.
So-
No.
Well, this is anti-fathom. This isn't regular fathom. So
you guys are working out
11 plus 7, 18. Is that a hit or is that a miss?
No, that's a hit. That's exactly what you need to
Okay.
hit.
Or 12 plus 4, 16 points of damage.
Oh,
Slicing damage.
her form sort of shimmers a little bit.
Alrighty, here we go. Let's see. 16 plus 7, 23.
Oh, that's a
Or
whack.
another 11 plus 4, 15 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a faint outline almost for a moment. For the briefest of moments, you see Fathom, not the real Fathom, but this Fathom that's summoned, sort of reduced to almost completely transparent. You can see through her completely, and then all of a sudden she forms back opaque, but you don't feel like that's indicative of her actual health. More like how transparent she was is more indicative of how damaged she is.
Okay.
So she's like blanching.
Yes. Corncob.
I've got another guiding bolt.
Okay.
21.
That's a solid strike at Fathom, not Fathom.
This one is not as powerful. Oh, still not too bad. 19 for that one, too. One less dice.
You can see her barely, and now she even hovers at sort of a semi-transparent being right in front of you. She seems fairly magically damaged, though she doesn't show any actual outward signs other than her transparency of being damaged.
Remember, next attack has advantage also.
That's true. Pugil, your turn. You get advantage.
Now,
He's
can I?
churning butter. He's got to churn butter harder.
That's right.
But I should be able to hear.
You have heard some things happen around the other side of the house. Yes.
I mean, the lizard man is yelling.
Yep.
People are casting spells.
Yep.
So I'm going to take my churn and scamper around the side of the house to see what's going on.
What's up, guys?
What's your move rate? 25?
Yeah, it's not very fast.
All right. As soon as you get to 25, you can just, I don't know if you see my finger back here in the upper left, right underneath your picture, Bobby.
Yeah,
But
I see it.
you can see that through the crowds and the trees, like 70 feet away. You see 2 fathoms sort of facing off. That is a move for you to move to that position.
Can I double move and get closer?
You could, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And when I get, I'll move as far as I can. Then I will gently set my churn down and use my bonus action to stop it. Use my bonus action to whip out my war harp and inspire Abran.
All right, Abran, you have inspiration now.
Awesome.
And advantage.
Yeah, and advantage.
So I'm negated on my disadvantage, I guess.
Yes, Fathom, it is your turn at the moment.
Oh, never mind. Whoever attacks next has advantage.
Right, so I will do Eldritch Blast.
With advantage?
With advantage.
Is it just on the first one or both of them?
On the first one.
Well, that's good. That is 19.
That hits.
Which I know does hit me. Wait, that is not the right guy. 8 for the first one. And then the second attack is 20. Not natural.
Okay, that hits as well.
And that's 6 points of damage. I'm also going to say, Abran, I think this is like a human's dreams. Work this out in your mind.
Yeah, you feel, so Fathom, you feel like you've reduced this image to almost nothing. But Abran, it is your turn. You get that information from Fathom. You feel you feel this sort of chaos mark the dragon within you.
Against every nature that I have, I do put my bow down, and I try to channel I go into as a trance, so I got to try to focus on the chaos.
Okay.
Is there anything that comes to me? Do I see anything more clearly?
Let's see. Make a Arcana check.
Okay.
At advantage.
Luke, you've turned off your targeting computer.
20.
Exactly. Ooh, 20. Yes, Luke, you've turned off your targeting computer. You do see, or you feel this, exactly what this block is that's been blocking you. You almost understand a piece of it. This chaotic bit of you. You feel like when that energy expanded out, it must have latched on to a part of you for some reason.
Uh-huh.
And you feel like you could channel it forward magically if you wanted to.
I do that. I just go with it.
Okay.
I try to push that magic energy out. I'm not sure how it's going to react or what it's going to be.
Right now,
directed it in.
you have 3 choices right now. You have basically emerald, sapphire, or ruby, which is to say poison, lightning, or fire.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you a choice, which won't happen later. But
Okay. So which is it's emerald, sapphire, or ruby? Is it what you said?
Yep.
Okay, so it wasn't. So all right. So let's do ruby.
Okay. So you channel it in this fiery bolt seems to spring. A fiery orb seems to spring forth from your hands.
Oh no!
Directed towards Fathom, not the real Fathom.
Anti-fathom.
The anti-Fathom.
But I'm standing right there, so.
Yeah, no, it's close. It's close to the real Fathom, but it's
Let's hope
directed
you don't burn yourself.
at the anti-Fathom. So all I need you to do, Abran, is
Dex saving throws for the rest of us.
no. This feels like it's pent up, but first of all, you need to make an attack roll, ranged attack roll.
What do I use what bonus would I use?
It would be your
Archer? My bow?
No, it's going to be your charisma. Plus 8. I'm sorry, your charisma modifier plus your bonus, your proficiency modifier. So your charisma is plus 0, but your proficiency is plus 3, so it's plus 3.
And I'm at
Advantage.
normal right now.
No, you're advantage for this.
Then I have a nat 20.
Oh, shit. So you feel it sort of pent up. So it would have been 5d8. Natural 20 means 10d8.
Okay.
Ruby, so fire damage.
Oh my god. All right. 12.
10d8.
20. Well, I've got 20. I've done 48 right now.
Okay.
33, 46, one more. 50 total.
I'm sorry, Fathom, not Fathom. The image just sort of burns up in front of you as this fiery orb of chaos hits it. And you feel almost relaxed, Abran. It's like this is the block that's been holding you in. This Fathom just in a pillar of fire with everything everybody else has done to it and you have done to it. This orb that you release destroys the image entirely.
Yay!
and it just disappears in front of Fathom, since it was looking at you. The elf, Solanus, seems rather pleased, but the rest of you are not necessarily sure how to take it.
Now, you've called her an elf again?
Oh, I'm sorry,
Is
not
she
an
an
elf.
elf or a human?
Yeah, she looks like a human.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep it straight.
Yeah, no, that's important. You got me.
Didn't know if she turned elvish
She did
in this
not.
process.
She did not turn elvish.
So she's out of her trance and she's not chanting anymore.
Nope, she is not chanting anymore. And you feel
Abran.
almost relief, Abran. You're still at disadvantage. None of those exhaustion effects have went away. But you feel like you've tapped into where this blockage was. This mark left on you from the hatching of those eggs.
Wow.
Like an explosive purging.
You still feel it there inside you. Where everyone else, it seemed to have latched on to some piece of you that it didn't latch on to everyone else. Maybe it's because you don't sleep the same way, and now you're marked by these dragons.
And
We
I
need to get
look
the elves
over.
some melatonin. We're not going to do this again.
I look over at her and like, is that what you expected?
I'm only here to help you work out what you need to. Within the realm of what I expected.
Wow. Thank you so much for your assistance. You don't know how long, or maybe you do. Maybe you sensed it in me how long I've desired to have
You will all note that was not a fireball that Abran cast, but to Abran that might have been very fireball-like.
Abran, it's like it's a fire.
You created this
That's
chaotic
about the safest version he could have. So.
orb of fiery energy that lashed out and just burned this image of Fathom.
Yeah, I have questions about Aberrant's subconscious, but we're gonna let that go for now.
Does Abran feel as if he can now go into his normal trance?
Yeah, you feel like that blockage is no longer an issue, Abran. Like
So a few days he should be back to normal.
You understand this bit of chaos is a part of your person now. And when you trance, you can work this into you. It is less powerful than it just was because it was built up. Now you'll do 3d8 instead. But you now forever will have the mark of these dragons on you.
I'm excited.
How does your bow feel about it, though?
It's maybe not the right time for the conversation.
Yes. Well, Abran, we'll talk with the group, but Abran needs some time to sit down and go into a trance and catch up and get over this fatigue.
Probably more than one day.
Yeah. So, just mechanically speaking, every day of good rest will pull you one level of exhaustion, pull you out of one level of exhaustion, and you're 3 levels in. So you've got a little bit to climb out. I think Kay would be the one to notice after that bit of magic was worked on Abran. This woman stands a little taller. She is, again, yet like some of the lines around her eyes seem a little less than they were before. Almost like she's imperceptibly to most people, but not to Kay. Just the slightest bit younger than she was before this ordeal. And she just sort of stretches and says, oh, well, perhaps a meal you'd be interested in. It seems you've worked out some of your differences. And the storm will blow over sometime soon. And you could be
And
on
the
your
butter's
way.
almost churned.
I would love some fresh butter. To be honest, I like it perhaps not churned as much as most, so you might be at just the right mark. I like it a little soft, perhaps
Very good.
partially liquid.
Our gnome is a little soft.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's partially liquid.
Well, I'll churn it to her satisfaction while I compose my ballad of the chaos cursed elf demon.
Ah, okay. The chaos cursed elf demon.
Yes.
You feel, Abran, like there was a bit of Mushroom Queen hanging on in you that for some reason this dragon magic clung onto. You don't feel the presence of the Mushroom Queen anymore at all. But you forever are marked by this dragon mark, which gives you the ability of casting a chaos orb at your discretion.
So it's basically a chromatic orb then.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
She broke up with you.
No, never.
No. That
You
that
got-
ran
you
that
got
those
dumped.
that night.
You
It ran a
got
lot.
dumped.
Oh no, trading fungus breakout for a chaos orb seems a pretty
Yeah.
good deal.
Yeah.
It's a trade up.
A lot deeper
Straight
than
up.
you think.
Let's see. Yeah, so Solana seems very pleasant. We'll make you some food. There's some very happy food. Her home seems very cluttered. Lots of books. Lots and lots of books.
And does she appear to know about dragons and their marks and this sort of thing? Is that part of her expertise?
Yes. She does seem to know
I
a
want
little.
to check on Corey.
Mm.
You gonna check
Then
on who, Fathom?
Corey.
Corey.
She's the little
Blue
dragon.
Blue
She's not too freaked out after the battle.
No, she seems perfectly fine. In fact, she's gone over to the fruit tree inside Solanus' front yard and began to eat fresh fruit
Wait.
off of it.
Don't turn into a door.
I would like to ask Solanus about potential hazards dealing with dragons, because I've got these sending stones that connect to this blue dragon.
Mm.
What should I be wary of in those sorts of dealings?
And
Blue
we have
dra-
a baby dragon also.
blue
So it might be
dragons.
good to get a whole primer.
Well, I apologize for eating your fruit tree. Hope you don't mind.
Oh no, of course. I couldn't consume all the fruit myself anyways. I can't even can. I can only can what this young dragon cannot reach. We're fine. As for a blue dragon, they want to hear something that props them up, something that makes them feel good about themselves. They must be bolder, better, stronger, more important than you, greater people, greater individuals than you could ever be. As long as you keep them on that leash, they will remain on it for you.
So the key is their ego.
Yes. Should you not feed it enough, it will be a regretful circumstance for you.
The blue dragon or the
Good.
sapphire dragon?
The blue dragon.
The blue dragon.
She doesn't make
clue. Good
really.
clue.
She refrains from making much commentary at all on your young wormling.
Well, Abran goes over to Solanus and gives her a giant hug and thanks her for her guidance. And without her efforts and her attention, he would have surely perished. So he thanks her, and again, he offers any kind of compensation or payback or service that she may require.
No,
You know, she was married
Thank
to an
you.
elf for a while.
That's where he's going.
I was married to an elf for a period of time. How did you know that? My
You
friend?
said that.
I did.
You said that earlier.
You said it with more confidence than I would suspect. Well, doesn't matter.
Maybe
Well, I
it's
was merely repeating what you said. I'm sorry if I was competently repeating what you said, but I'm a simple person.
You can pay respects around the back at a tree I've buried. That's been his home there for many years now.
well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So she feeds you. She gives you a place to rest. Do you have any other questions for her?
Let's ask her about the geography, and because Morgott is going to want to map the place.
Ah, mapping my isle. Well, you can. It will be here, certainly. I haven't got.
If you'd rather it stays off the official record, I think we could probably cause that to happen.
Yeah, we can try and swing that.
Perhaps you could at least indicate that it's not of very much use to people. I would hate to interfere
I think
with
we
your
could do that.
actual mapping, but I like my guests to a minimum. I've been here many years, and I will be here many more.
Yeah,
I
you
hope.
never know how many people with dragon marks might beat their paths to your door.
I will say, if you're looking for adventure, you should go directly west from here. Many
Well,
miss
that
the
sounds
opportunity.
enticing.
Mini what?
Miss the opportunity for the unknown, the unexplored.
In the
Oh, we'd
west.
never like to miss that.
No, due west.
Drier area, maybe old mining area, maybe.
You never know what
You
you might
mean-
find.
She means to sail west.
He means sail
Yeah.
west.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yep.
I asked her what her husband's name was.
Well, to be fair, I assume you mean my elven husband,
Yes.
Alianis.
I'll remember him and you.
Thank you. It would be improper if I didn't say he lived a long and prosperous life. It was not cut short or something to mourn, but something to celebrate.
How long were you married?
Just over a millennia.
That's what I thought.
That is a long and prosperous life.
So she looks, I mean, she looks like a human, but an elf, she doesn't look a millennia old as an elf. She looks maybe, if she was an elf, she would look maybe 500.
Oh,
Maybe. But she looks like a
less
human.
now than when we first saw her.
Yeah, slightly less. When you first walked up, she maybe looked 750 as an elf. Getting up there, as one might say. But let's celebrate the good fortune and being able to get off and explore what you need to in good health and good conscience.
Absolutely. Butter on everything.
Yes.
And
Yes,
she
thank you
makes
for
a
your
wonderful
help.
bread, and Pugil's butter, should it have been done well, which I assume Pugil did well, goes very well on the bread. Fresh bread, fresh butter. There are fruit trees, which admittedly your young dragon has eaten a lot of, but there is quite a remainder for you to eat as well. Pears, peaches, and apples.
So everything ends well except we've got a chaos-tainted elf.
Yeah,
That
A
throws
dragon-
fireballs.
a dragon-marked chaos elf.
Okay.
With a cursed sword.
With
You
a
might need
cursed
to find
bow
a-
Sword.
and a cursed sword and an elven cloak that makes him feel warm and
Wait, his sword is cursed too? I thought his sword was
No, the
fine.
sword's not cursed, just the
No.
bow.
just
Well, he
Not
hasn't
yet.
said it's cursed yet.
a magic sword, a cursed bow, and a cloak that makes him feel warm and cuddly.
And a chaos mark. It might be time to just scrape him off our shoe.
He's about ready to set
Oh.
up shop on his own, I'd say.
And that is where we will wrap it up this evening. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yay.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess since Nightheart Gaming is moving, so Reaper Errant will not take place on the normal schedule. We'll have to do some tests after Nightheart Gaming moves to another studio to see if we can keep the quality as high as we need. And that is to be seen. We're hoping for the best. We don't know. So, but I'm going to let everybody give an outro for themselves for this evening before I hand it away to Justin. So I'm going to start up with Bobby.
Super fun, as always, Frank. I'm very grateful. I hope you have a safe and efficient move
Thank
and
you.
you get settled in very quickly. And I'm looking forward to positive test results and getting back to gaming.
Thank you. Likewise. Gene.
I too had a great time. Thank you, Frank. Thank you to Justin and everybody else that helped, and thanks for all the viewers tuning in. Yeah, moving sucks, so we wish you all the best in that, Frank. Hopefully you'll get through it quickly and get back to playing again. Oh, I do have another quick little thank you. I want to thank Anne of the Painting Big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Anne of Painting Big. Let's see here. She gave this to me. She painted it on her stream,
Wow.
and
Wow.
she sent it to ReaperCon. I just wanted to thank her for the lovely paint job. Thank you, Anne.
That is an awesome bust.
It is very nice. I was super
Yeah.
excited about it. Sitting there on my desk.
Cool. Jason.
Well, I'll echo everybody's thanks, and I hope for safe travels on your behalf. As usual, and I've said this before, whatever we can do to make this happen again, we're all willing, I think, to make whatever adjustments we need to make on our ends. So with that, I think I'm just going to say goodbye, and it's been fun, and I hope to see you again.
Thank you, Jason. Michael.
Well, thanks a lot. It was a lot of fun. Back at a level up where I was allowed to choose a feat, Frank and I talked about, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. And do you want to incorporate in the story? And he was like, sure, yeah, let's do that. And then I totally forgot about it. I totally forgot that this is what we were going to do until tonight and until the story started going on. So it worked out perfectly. I really had no idea what was going on till kind of near the end. And then I just sat on it. Okay, this is where he's going. So it was.
Wow.
It was.
Isn't it great when
really
your
cool.
incompetence turns out to be entertaining?
Yeah, it's I channeled my inner Bobby Jackson. So thanks for that. Thanks for setting a good example and tone for me all these years. It really paid off. It really paid off on a nice show, especially with you back there churning butter all night long. That really helped with it.
Thank you, Michael.
But, thanks a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. It was perfect. It was great. Yeah, speedy move. Best of luck with all that. Let's get up and rolling as quick as we can. I get moving sucks. Don't wish it upon anybody, but it sounds like it's going to be a great opportunity. Yeah, and then I think we're going to have Crow's Nest this Tuesday. So if you want to check it, tune in for that. We'll be doing some more sculpting, which has been kind of fun.
I'm not sure we'll be doing sculpting. I might have to do some stuff remotely next Tuesday.
Okay, well, we'll not be
We'll
sculpting
talk about it. I can
on-
appear, but I might only
Yeah.
be in advisory capacity.
Oh, okay. We could do that too.
Yeah, I have tuned in private, and I've seen some tree stumps happening, so it's been
Yeah.
quite awesome.
That's what we've been doing. Been stumping it up.
Thank you. Rhonda.
I also want to say thanks and good luck with the move, because I agree with everyone else, it sucks, but hopefully it leads to something much better in the end, and it's a worthy trial. Like living an adventure. You're living your own adventure.
Yeah.
I will be doing Beyond the Kit on Monday. I'm probably going to work, show how I did the base for the Sophie that I painted for.
Cool.
Which is awesome. Yes. So
Yeah.
check out
For
that.
people who aren't sure how to deal with integral bases, it's one of the options.
And Beyond the Kit and Crow's Nest both appear on Reaper Miniatures channel. So, you know, just in case you just popped in, you should probably follow Reaper Miniatures. Thank you. Jen.
That was about the fourth time my network blanked out, so I have no idea what I missed, but I will reiterate everything everybody else said.
Thank you, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, so thank you, everyone. I want to give one more thanks to Reaper Miniatures for making this all possible. Thank you to Sirenscape for the background ambient music that you heard occasionally. And yeah, thank you to all the players who are wonderful. And for Abran, obviously, this was, he got an aberrant dragon mark, which, you know, gave him an ability. And he's been patiently awaiting this for many, many, many episodes. And I could not leave this particular thing dangling. But I've been working up to it, so.
No, it's fun. It's perfect.
Yeah, it was
fun.
as planned, but you know, not super fast getting there. So I'm glad it worked out. And I guess from there, I'll just leave it to say that I also hope that the move goes smoothly, and when we do our tests, we're able to do this same kind of stream. It's not like a normal stream. There's an incredible amount of bandwidth required for 6 or 7 signals in plus 6 or 7 signals out, so they can see the table, plus you're encoding and you're streaming. So it's more like 14 normal streamers all at the same time. So bandwidth does matter, and we'll hope for the best at what we can get, and we will try our hardest to make it work quickly. No matter what, something will happen though, and thank you for hanging in there. I'm gonna hand it over to Justin. I imagine he's got a raid planned or something. So, Justin?
I do. We're going to be raiding Waffle.
Waffle.
Mr.
Awesome.
Waffle. Yes.
All right.
All right.
I don't have any parting words necessarily, other than I look forward to the next chapter or evolution potentially of this this show as we move forward and take a little bit of a break. But it'll be back. I promise. Eventually, it'll be back. We just have
There
to
you
get things
go.
worked out.
You heard it from Justin.
It will
You
come
don't
back.
lie.
I promise.
Soon.
It's just now. Soon TM is the best. That's the best we can say.
Reaper
really,
soon.
Man. Reaper
It is a
soon.
Reaper soon. Yeah, it's genuine. It's a genuine Reaper soon in this case.
So you're saying
but-
even if you have to lay fiber all the way out to where Frank's going, this will happen again.
No, I'm saying that if we have to start back up in 6 months, so that no
Okay.
one remembers Reaper Errant, but we'll still do it regardless.
So somewhere in between 6 months and you laying fiber all the way out to where Frank's
Yes.
going.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. That's spot on. But yeah, that's about all I have. Thank you again to everyone who spent their Friday night with us. We love you as always. Thank you to the artists. Thank you to Frank and Ann as always. It's been a great stream. So
Thank you, Justin.
we will.
We'll see you again, everybody.
guys. Yes, we'll see you guys later, and have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
We should wave for everybody.
Wave goodbye. Unfade it to black. I'm going to kill the stream to you.
Let's say I gotta flip the switch here.